This episode,
I review director Damian McCarthy's horror flick, Oddity.
Okay. Yep. We ponder on what it takes to make a good video games adaptation while discussing the upcoming Elden Ring movie, Far Cry TV series, and Resident Evil Vilm.
Vilm. Resident Evil Vilm.
Thank you for pointing that out. Film. Yeah.
And we question the release of the first 3 pages of the Spider-Man brand new day script. You could say it's a brand new script for the brand new day script.
With new episodes airing every 2 weeks on Tuesdays, this is Split Focus, a film and TV podcast. I'm Simon Eady.
And I am Adrian Pinter.
Welcome to episode 135. You ever been to New B, my friend? Huh?
Where?
New B?
I don't know what you're talking about.
New B, you know, the kids, that's what the kids call it. New B, you know?
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Genuinely zero clue.
You just ain't hip. You just ain't hip then, I guess. I don't know.
With the kids, yeah, I guess not.
I'm going to New B this week. It's exciting.
What is newbie? Are you going to elaborate? Or are you just going to keep on saying this?
Moving on. So movies, Adrian. No, I'm kidding. New B is New Brunswick. I'm going to New Brunswick for work. Everyone knows that New B is New Brunswick. Come on. Everyone knows that. Everyone. New Brunswick is a province in Canada.
I've never heard that in my entire life. I thought you were saying like a newbie. You know, like the noun.
Yeah.
I guess New Brunswick is also a noun. But
yes.
You know.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Why are you doing
exciting
this?
Times full week. By the time this airs, I will be in a different province than I live normally, which is Ontario.
That's crazy,
so
dude.
I will be in New Brunswick. It's exciting. I've never been there.
How long are you going to be there for?
A week.
A whole week? A whole week?
Yeah, I don't want to go simultaneously while also wanting to go.
Yeah. I get what you mean.
It's a good change of pace for work.
Is your wife coming with you?
No, because it's just work.
Well, I don't know. Maybe she would just hang out in a hotel room.
You ever take your wife on work trips?
No, I haven't yet. Oh. But I mean, I would.
Okay, that's cool.
I would if she was available to. So
cool.
So going to newbie, as you say, for
no one calls it that. I've never heard that in my life.
Okay,
I'm trying to make it a thing here.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
So you're going to newbie for work. What are you gonna do there apart from work? Obviously, you're gonna work.
Nothing.
But what else are you gonna do?
Gonna hang out at the hotel, eat food. Probably nothing else. It's gonna hang out there.
Bringing your PlayStation or just your Portal?
I might bring the Portal. Might play some games. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Nice. Hotel Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Hotspot your phone.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the problem with the Portal.
Yeah.
In this specific scenario, because the Wi-Fi has to be good, and you don't know what you're gonna get with hotel Wi-Fi, do you? You don't. You never know.
You never know what you're gonna get with hotel Wi-Fi, even when they tell you.
No.
You still don't know.
Nope.
You know.
You never know. You never know. Okay, man. Well, should we just move into it? Should we get into it? Should we get into this podcast, the film and TV podcast, Split Focus? Or do you have?
I mean, we could. I'm a little sick. I don't know if you can tell, Simon, but I also told you that I'm a little sick.
Yeah.
Prior to this meeting, so I'm a little congested. I'll do my best to chat with you to get through this conversation with you. I'm actually feeling pretty okay today, thankfully.
That's good. That's good news. It's good news. Yeah.
So
I woke up with a really bad headache, which is This is a couple of sick boys doing this podcast.
There's a couple sick boys, dude.
Podcast. You know?
Sick boy podcast, my favorite, dude. Sick boys in the house.
Indeed.
At different houses.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
Incredible.
Nice.
Okay.
Absolutely incredible. How's your week been? What have you been up to? What have you gotten up to this week?
Lots of video games. Lots of work. Lots of watching occasional TV shows. We almost went to a movie and then we didn't go to a movie because for some reason it doesn't air anymore, even though they show this movie everywhere and market it to me constantly and everything I'm on, which I find odd. Why are you marketing me this movie if I can't watch it because it's not available in any theaters near me? I don't really get it. It's like very far away. I think it's like an hour away.
No, they have it in Kitchener.
Oh, Kitchener. Oh, I didn't say that. See that?
Yeah.
Not when I checked.
I think the VIP theater, as they say.
Oh, that's cool.
I could be lying to you.
It's bizarre that we have two theaters, like two big cineplexes in like there's the same chain, like the same chain of theaters, the biggest theater chain in Canada. There's two of the same theater type, and honestly, it dominates Canada. There's very few other theaters, but there's two of them in Guelph, Ontario, where we live, and they both didn't pick up this movie. It's like, what are you playing instead? Are you all playing Super Mario Brothers like 15 times?
I think so.
And Michael,
Mikhail.
Yeah,
as they say.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Stuff. We're talking about Hokum, by the way.
Yeah, good. Thanks for the context. Appreciate it. Yeah, we wanted to watch the Adam Scott movie called Hokum, the horror movie about a witch or some shit. We wanted to see it.
I actually don't even know what it's about. It takes place in Ireland. Ireland. Adam Scott, American in Ireland. I can't do an Irish accent. Man. Well. I mean, it's directed by Damian McCarthy, and I'm very intrigued. The trailer looks really good. And you know what I did, Simon? Last night, while I've been sick, I decided to watch another Damian McCarthy movie, and that is the film Oddity. Simon, it's the movie that came out prior to this, back in 2024. I think it's the second movie. He has another movie called Caveat as well, which I haven't watched. But I watched Oddity last night, and this movie is stellar, dude. This is top tier horror stuff. So also takes place in Ireland, this one. I'm assuming this guy's Irish based on this. And Oddity, really the setup is quite simple, okay? Twin sisters. One is blind, and she's like super into like the supernatural. She owns like a little like antique shop with these like haunted stuff. And her twin sister gets brutally murdered at the beginning of this movie. And she is now on kind of a revenge quest, like her sister, to find out who killed her sister. She thinks she knows, and she's doing this weird supernatural stuff to, again, get back at the person that killed her sister. And that's really the setup of the movie. And it is so good. It is so creepy. The vibe is just like, oh my God, like it just sends shivers up your spine. And it's like a pretty neat mystery of how it unfolds. So it really just kind of, again, starts off, and I think it has one of the best openings in a movie, where it's literally just the twin sister that gets murdered. She's like in her house in Ireland waiting for her husband to come home, and someone knocks on her front door, and she opens it, and it's just this guy there. And he's like, hey, when you walked out to your car, I saw someone run into your house. Let me in. And that's like the start of the movie. And she's like, I don't know. Like, I don't trust this guy. And he's like, no, please, like someone ran into your house and they're going to kill you. So let me in. I want to protect you. And that's kind of, again, that's how the movie starts off, and then it cuts. And by this point, I think it's a year later, jumps forward. She's dead. The sister, the twin sister who's blind, is like in her antique shop, and then her sister's husband shows up to the shop, and they have a little bit of a conversation. And essentially just about like, oh, it's been a year, it's been tough, we should get together sometime, like maybe on the year anniversary of her death. And the blind twin sister says like, okay, sure. And then shows up at his house a week later. He's already he already has a new girlfriend. They're living in this house. And then just spooky stuff starts happening. And it just kind of plays out from there. I don't really want to dive too into it. I just want to say it is so well done. And it makes me even more excited now to watch Hokum, because I know what Damian McCarthy can do. I want to go back and watch Caveat as well. And he just like nails it from a, like just like creepy eeriness, like vibe perspective, while like, again, having this like mystery through line throughout the entire movie. And it's terrifying and intriguing. And there's this weird woodman that sits at the table, and it's creepy and really freaking good. And I highly recommend this. And I'm just so curious how Hokum's going to be, because I've only watched that initial trailer, and then I just kind of been, not going to look at it. Not going to look at it anymore. Yeah.
That's cool. Interesting.
Very cool. Yeah, man. I know you haven't watched Oddity, but did you like look into any of Damian McCarthy movies? Like, were you familiar with what he came out with prior to Hokum, or were you just kind of like, I'll watch this movie? So
I
Yeah, no,
don't really
I
want to
know
watch
that.
horror stuff. Just generally, just generally speaking, I don't want to play horror stuff. I don't want to watch the horror stuff.
Mm,
I don't find. I don't know. They're like this is a genre that I'm just not that into personally. But I'll do
that's
it.
fair.
I'll do it. I'm not opposed to it, especially if it's excellent.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
into
Oddity is excellent. Like, it is genuinely amazing.
Okay.
It's very well rated. I think it's like a 97 on Rotten Tomatoes. So I would say it's a good watch. Very good. It's just a high quality horror flick. So why are you agreeing to watch Hokum? Why did you, I guess, agree?
It's nice to go to the theaters. Nice to see
That's
something.
right.
You asked me to go. I'm into it. I'm okay with it. I mean, it's going to be very, very, very scary.
It might be.
Wasn't there like a clip of Adam Scott saying that somebody peed themselves or something
On set?
when they watched it? So.
Oh, when they watched it. Okay. Yeah. I was going to be
I'm not going to be on set there, Adrian. I'm going to watch the movie. I'm not worried about acting in it. Although that would be kind of scary too if you're not,
Yeah, you're just
you're not
there.
an
You're just
actor.
pissing your pants.
It's like
Just working as a set person.
Yeah,
movie
person.
guy.
That's what they call them. That's what they call them.
call
Yeah.
them.
I don't know. I'm just I don't know. It's just not. It's not the genre that I am drawn to. It's not like I wouldn't do it ever. It's like I do it all the time with other things too. There's like horror adjacent, even video games that I play that are horror in some vein. But it's just not the genre that that gets me going. I'm more into every other genre pretty much. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Is there a worse genre? I guess I don't really like the teeny bopper high school drama, like the photo booth or something like that. That I'm not into those movies either. I guess.
Like just your like teen rom-com sort of thing.
Yeah, the teen rom-com. If it's very good though, again, I'll get into it. It's like, am I gonna go watch The Grudge 5 or what? Or which hasn't come back actually. That's funny.
They did a Grudge reboot, didn't they? Like,
did they? Oh, was it successful?
Within the last decade? They did.
Okay.
And was it with John Cho? Grudge.
Yeah,
2020.
If it's above a 90 though, and Zach Cregger,
it was not.
I feel like Zach Cregger's been killing it too. I'm just saying for like Hokum and Get Out and those types of movies. I feel like I'm into that, especially Get Out. I feel like Jordan Peele's horror movies aren't that scary at all. They're just creepy, and they're not really. They're like horror, but that's almost like a different genre of horror in a way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. It's
I'm
not
more
like
into that too, but
yeah,
I'm into it. And plus, I get to see my buddy, my pal, every once in a while. We get to go to the theaters. I'm not just talking to you through this box here. This rectangle.
This rectangle on a screen, a rectangle within a rectangle.
Do you think we'll be in Guelph this week? Maybe.
I don't think so, because I just looked at every day when you brought that up again, and it's not. And it might not even be in Kitchener after Friday. So because there's no more show times. So.
Were you also marketed to for this movie though? Was Hokum coming up in your like
Instagram
advertisements on
feed,
YouTube? Well, not YouTube, but like other places. Like Instagram is a good example. Isn't that weird? Maybe it's because we looked it up somehow, and then it came up, or we clicked it when they hit us with an ad that we clicked it or hovered over it long enough, and then they just kept sending it to us because there is an interest there.
Yeah, a lot of my Instagram ads are trailers for movies, actually.
Okay, that must just be based on how you interact. Yeah, okay.
Which is good.
Oh, yeah, great segue, by the way, to just what we've been watching, because we're in that segment. We didn't even announce it. It's incredible. What else have you watched? What else have you watched this week?
I watched another horror movie as well, as one does when you're sick, No. You might think it's an oddity to watch horror when you're sick, but it ain't. It ain't odd. To horror odd, not that. Anyways,
is this Oddity 2?
Oddity 2, the musical.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I did watch another horror movie though. It is the horror movie called Good Boy, Simon. We talked about this actually on the pod many months ago.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. Yeah.
It is a horror movie from a dog's perspective. So it's pretty cool. So it's essentially, this the dog, Indy the dog, who honestly should have been nominated for Best Actor at the Oscars. But who am I? Honestly, phenomenal job. The dog is a paid actor, I think, literally.
Wait, I don't understand. Isn't it the perspective of the dog though? So isn't it the dog? Like the camera is the dog?
No,
isn't it first person with the dog.
No, it's not. The camera isn't the dog, dude. You see the dog a lot of the time. It's just following the dog. Like the dog is the main character.
Oh, okay.
It's not like Hardcore Henry.
So it's not really the perspective of the dog.
But the dog's the main character. It's like we're following the dog.
Right. Okay.
You know?
Gotcha. We say no like that. That's what perspective means, dude.
Yeah, whatever, dude. We're not talking Hardcore Henry here, okay? You know, like we're following the dog as the main character. It is a horror movie from the dog's perspective.
I mean, it is kind of from the dog's perspective, even if it's third person.
Yeah, and it's the setup is Indy and then his pet, who's the human. It's actually not the pet. I'm just doing a little joke here, Simon. But yeah, Indy and his owner, they go to like the guy's grandfather's house in the woods. He like owns like this old house, and that grandfather, passed away a few years ago. And Indy and this guy are going, to this house. And when they get there, creepy stuff starts happening.
Very long lives, so I guess it makes sense that his uncle passed. Yeah. Did the dog drive?
The dog did drive, yeah.
He went to see his uncle.
Yeah, he was actually drinking and driving at the same time. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's unbelievable. And yeah, he ran over 16 children in that at the start of the movie.
The dog's uncle had died.
Yeah,
after a long life of 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And yeah, that's it. That's the movie. We're done. We can move on. No, but again, the movie's quite simple. It's just Indy and his owner. They go to the owner's grandfather's like old house in the woods. He passed away recently, and the owner's always talking to his sister on the phone, and she's like, oh yeah, that house is cursed. Like you shouldn't go there. It's all fucked up. Like don't go there. And he's like, no, it's fine. I'm sick and it's fine. And then they're there. And again, creepy shit starts happening. There's weird ghost spirits. There's weird mud men. There's forestry around them. And it's really great. I think this movie's just like, it's wholly unique. You don't really come across a movie like this apart from like, I don't know, not a horror movie, but like Homeward Bound. You know what I mean? Remember those movies?
Yeah.
But those dogs talk. Indy does not talk. We're just following him and watching all this stuff unfold. And, Indy being essentially worried about his owner who seems to be going through it with all the weird stuff that's happening. It's just very cool the way it all plays out. And again, just following this little dog around, there's like a level of, cuteness in this movie, despite it being a horror movie, but at the same time, it's still like quite frightening. There's a couple, like jump scares. I think like as a movie, as a whole, it's not particularly like amazing. I think it gets a lot of points simply due to like the premise and its uniqueness. But it's a really good watch. It's only like an hour and 14 minutes as well. Like I think it goes by at a brisk pace. I would think like this movie and this kind of setup would probably be better as a shorter movie, funnily enough. I know it is quite a short movie, but I feel like it would have been really good as like a short film, maybe like 20, 30 minutes. Because it does a lot of interesting things, but I feel like it doesn't run out of ideas. But it is just a lot of like, we're just watching this dog run around this house and bark and, be kind of scared and, the owner doing weird shit. And it doesn't wear thin, but I just feel like, I guess it does wear thin. I just feel like, yeah, again, it is a good movie though. I did really enjoy it. And they do this really cool thing pretty much the entire movie where you never see like a person's face properly. Like, so it's just the dog that you're seeing. And anytime it shows like a person, they have their face kind of obscured. Maybe they're, further back into the distance and you can't see it. And it adds this extra like creepy factor because since you're not seeing anyone's face, it's like, okay, there's something walking up and it's like, is that the owner? Is that, some weird apparition, like what's going on. And I think they did a really good job with that. The cinematography in this movie is also fantastic. There's a lot of low angle shots, obviously, because again, it's like in line with where the dog is. And it makes it adds to like, I don't know, a creep factor, simply put. And I really liked this. I thought this was a very interesting movie. And I think, again, he was snubbed for Best Actor at the Oscars, Indy the Dog. And he should have won. He should have won. Beat out whoever won Best Actor at whatever movie. I
Michael B. Jordan.
Did this movie come out last year? I think it did. Yeah, I think Indy the Dog was better than not only Michael B. Jordan, but Leonardo DiCaprio, better than Timothée Chalamet. He was better than all of them.
Well, yeah, assuming if he won, he would have to beat out everyone else.
Yeah, that's how it does work.
I realize. I'm sorry. You were describing the story, and you said the grandfather died. I don't know why I heard uncle.
That
okay. Joke fell flat. You didn't even react, but I feel like you're off.
Well, I was trying to just go. I was trying to riff with you. I thought I was just trying to riff with you and let you have it. So I don't want to bring it to a standstill. And now you brought it up, so now it's like this awkward conversation we're having right now.
Well, maybe nobody knew what I was talking about. I thought
possible.
Because I don't think you specified. Maybe you did that the dog. It wasn't the dog's family member that died, and so I was just making a riff on that, and then you just said that many children died or something. I don't know. Anyway, it was bad.
The dog drunk drove and killed 16
children. It was bad, and now it's worse. So, anything else you watched for this bye week? Anything else that was particularly great?
Nothing too crazy. I actually I watched the first 2 episodes with my wife of the Netflix show Big Mistake or Big Mistakes, I think is what it's called. Cool. It's the Dan Levy and like Dan Levy created show. The one thing I didn't know about this going in, it's not just Dan Levy that created it. Rachel Sennett. Yeah, and I don't know how I missed that.
About that.
If we did, I totally forgot about that. She's not in the show. Dan Levy is the main character, and we're following him and his like sister. And it's like this kind of like crime comedy show where he's like a pastor, I think. And then, his sister is, just it's his sister. It seems like, prior to the show starting, they're kind of estranged. They're all together because their grandmother's dying. And then, they go to this store to, get a gift for their dying grandmother. And the sister steals this necklace that's in like this pawn shop, essentially, like this convenience store. And that's really the kind of starting point of the show. And then the guy that owns that shop, comes and finds them and is like, I need that necklace back. You got to give it back to me. You don't know what you just took. And that's kind of, the inciting event of where it goes. It's pretty funny. I think, again, it's very like quick, witty humor. And it's also very anxiety inducing with the music and just kind of the pacing. It's very just like boom, boom, boom. And I really enjoyed, the first 2 episodes. I think it's 8 episodes as a whole. I'm going to continue watching it. And I'll probably get back to you on the quality of the show once I finish that. I also finished the final season of Invincible. Sorry, this last season of Invincible, not the final season. Fantastic, dude. Invincible's awesome. I love Invincible. The animation is a lot better this season 4 compared to last season. The story is super intense. I read the graphic novels, but again, this was like over a decade ago. So there's a lot of new surprises. And they change a lot of, little things compared to the graphic novel. And I think they're all welcome changes. And I think they've consistently done this since the beginning. And there's some like crazy like fight scenes and brutal moments. And it's awesome, man. It's a wholly unique and arguably the best like superhero show on TV. I think
Is it wholly unique? That seems a bit of a stretch, no?
I mean, it takes
very
a lot.
derivative.
It takes a lot from things that have come prior, but again, like they are willing to continuously change the status quo. Where I feel like a lot of superhero, like comic books or superhero shows, there's a status quo that you almost always have to go back to, right? Like you think about like a show like Arrow or The Flash or whatever. There's never been like something that is so world changing. And I feel like Invincible is willing to not just like kill off characters here and there, but also again like change the entire dynamic of what's happening in the show, like having like a crazy invasion happen and change the landscape of things in the world, murder millions of people, things like that, where it's just willing to take it that extra step further. And I think it's unique because of that. But did you watch this most recent season yet or no?
No.
Yeah. It's done, so you don't have to wait for it. It's good.
What did you mean when you said the animation's better? That's something I picked up on. I don't really understand what you mean. Like there's a quality difference you find from season to season in general, and then in particular it's fifth season, right? This fifth season versus the fourth.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I think it's just a better animation. I feel like there was a lot of like choppy, or I don't want to say lazy because that's kind of rude to say. Because again, there's people, putting their blood, sweat, and tears into this, but there is like just way more intense animation in this. The fight scenes are like go that extra level. Instead of it just being kind of like how last season, it was really just kind of the season finale where it like, takes it to that, like it looks like they put in all their time and effort into the like kind of final fight scene of the season. This one, there's multiple large fight scenes that continue like making that animation look smooth and intense. It doesn't seem as like, again, I feel bad saying lazy, but there's just a lot more still shots in the previous season with like, just like basic mouth movements. Whereas this season, it seems a little bit more dynamic, characters moving along and having those conversations. And yeah, again, I think I think they've done a better job with the animation this season compared to last.
Season 4 was the most recent season. Season 5 is 2027. So.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Good to know. All right, then. Anything else, sir? You've watched a lot. You've been busy. You've been watching lots of things. You have been.
Yeah, I have. I have indeed. But no, that's it. What have you watched, man?
I've been going through For All Mankind season 1, starting it again, getting to moving from there to season 5. Now I'm confused if that's season 5. I'm pretty sure it is. So so only getting through season 1 so far, so it's not too much to report on. And then just getting through Shrinking, which I think is awesome. Just like, it makes you cry, makes you laugh. It's just such a good show. Harrison Ford, what a treasure. He's just so good. And every scene that he's in, and honestly, that whole cast is fantastic. Shrinking is amazing. Apple TV, their shows are just really good, just in general. And Bill Lawrence's shows, he seems to be on like a hit streak.
Yeah,
with Shrinking, Rooster, and Ted Lasso. So
Scrubs as well.
Yeah, Scrubs was many years ago, though. Yeah,
is he not a part of the reboot? The Scrubs reboot?
Is it? Well, I thought Scrubs. Is he? I thought the Scrubs reboot was not good, actually. So maybe I'm wrong. Isn't it bad? Isn't people think that Scrubs
I don't
is
think
bad?
So. I think it's well rated. 8.3 on IMDb. I don't know what about.
Oh yeah, it's an 89%. It's even better than the first thing. Is he a part of this?
I thought so.
Oh, he came back. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I don't know why. I saw negative of course, it's the internet. I saw negative reception online, but it must have just been a biased take.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's very well reviewed. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. That's good. Yeah, he's on a hit streak. He's doing really well. So yeah, it's really good. I really like the current season 3 of Shrinking. It's cool. I'm curious to see where they go with it. There's talk of it kind of changing directions in season 4. So you watched the full thing for Shrinking, yeah?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool.
Did you finish it as well?
No.
Okay.
Started.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it for me.
That's all you watched? Just those 2?
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, I mean, they got 5 seasons of a show to go through. I'm not going to be watching anything else necessarily. The one show that I'll be going back to for sure is, I think that's the next one for me, is going to be Daredevil Born Again. The ratings on it are not good for viewership. So
oh really?
It's not good. It's not good apparently. That's what the people say. That's what reports are saying. So that I'm more accurate than on the Scrubs thing. I think that one's real. But the Scrubs thing I thought for sure was less well regarded. It's more well regarded than the previous seasons somehow. But yeah, this apparently the reporting says that the ratings are maybe not as good as they had hoped, which is interesting.
Like viewership really ratings, because review wise, it's very well reviewed.
Doesn't matter, right? Yeah. All that matters is the eyes on screen. Yeah.
Yeah, I've only watched the first episode of this season.
Oh, you stopped.
And yeah, I don't know. Not that I wasn't vibing with it. I thought it was really good. It's just that I think I just kind of, I felt I was spreading myself a little bit too thin. I was watching like 4 shows all at once because I was like catching up on The Boys, then Invincible, then The Pit, and whatever else. Yeah. And then watching, stuff with my wife. And I was like, okay, I got to cut. I was also watching like One Piece as well. And I was like, I got to cut something out here. And I was like, I'll just cut Daredevil out, catch up on everything, and then jump back in. I think the season finale is in the next week or 2. So I'm going to, maybe I'll just sit down and binge it. Just catch up. Because it's really good. Matthew Lillard is in it. He was in the first episode. And I really like Matthew Lillard as an actor. He was saying something absurd the other day. Saying like, people don't actually like him. They just like are nostalgic for him. And that's why like a lot of people like him. And it's like, dude, shut up. You're actually a great actor. I feel like the Quentin Tarantino thing is like putting him down and he's getting a little bit self-conscious. I'm like, no, you're great, man. You're actually really awesome in everything that you're in.
He's just self-deprecating. He's a humble guy, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
He seems humble. Yeah. He just seems like a really good person. I was watching the, oh man, it's that YouTube show. It's kind of like Hot Ones, but it's not Hot Ones. It's like the Last Meal, where it's like a guy and it's like essentially he'll like cook, like make a bunch of like, he'll interview like a guest for like 45 minutes to an hour and, make their last meal that they asked. And it's like just a bunch of stuff. So it'll be like, like a McDouble from McDonald's and then like a steak from the Keg or, it's just, they like list off a bunch of stuff. So we'll either buy it or recreate it. And the episode with Matthew Lillard was honestly a tearjerker, like shockingly like a tearjerker. He just seems like a very wonderful human being. And, it's great. I if you like interviews with celebrities, I think that's like a really good one to watch.
Not a big YouTube guy. You watched a lot. Jeez Louise. You're constantly watching stuff, eh?
This was a while ago. I watched this.
Oh, okay.
It's First We Feast, I think, is like the YouTube channel.
That's the same as Hot Ones, right?
Maybe. That seems right. Maybe it's all together. Yeah.
Same network?
Yeah, maybe. My Last Meal. Let me just Google this really. Last Meal. Mythical Kitchen, sorry. It's from Mythical Kitchen. First We Feast is the Hot Ones one, yeah.
Okay. All right, Adrian. Unless there's more from you, it's now time to move on to the montage, a sequence of our show in which I briefly present at least 7 of the bi-week's smaller news stories as Adrian delivers a brisk verdict. Number 1. Production has begun on Netflix's Scooby-Doo live-action series, and Netflix has announced its title to be Scooby-Doo Origins.
Wow, what an amazing name.
Incredible. Number 2. As publication Deadline reports, Old Boy director Park Chan-wook is working on a film in the Western genre that is set to star Pedro Pascal, Austin Butler, and Matthew McConaughey. The film is set to be called The Brigands of Rattle Creek and is being written by Bone Tomahawk writer S. Craig Zahler.
Neato. That's a good cast, I think. I've actually... have I seen Austin Butler in anything? Dune. I've seen him in Dune.
Have you seen him at all in anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, I forgot him. I don't...
Dune, as you mentioned. Yeah. And most recently, Eddington. Number 3. Oh, yeah. As reported by Deadline, Amazon's The Boys spin-off TV series, Gen V, has been canceled after its 2nd season. The Boys spin-off Vought Rising is set for its pilot premiere in 2027.
Yeah, I'm honestly not surprised. I think I mentioned it. I watched the first episode of Gen V and I was like, I can't be fucked watching this, and jumped off. I imagine that was a lot of people.
Number 4. According to Deadline, Fight Club actor Helena Bonham Carter has dropped out of HBO's White Lotus Season 4 due to creative differences. And Jurassic Park actor Laura Dern has been cast in her stead.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I love Laura Dern, so cool. Creative differences. So weird.
Number 5. As announced by actor-director Donnie Yen on social media, production has begun on the John Wick spin-off film following Donnie Yen's blind assassin character, Kane.
Cool. I feel like this is going to be probably pretty good.
Number 6. As reported by The Hollywood Reporter, Mission Impossible director Christopher McQuarrie is set to write and direct a film adaptation based upon Electronic Arts' multiplayer video game series Battlefield. Academy Award-winning Sinners actor Michael B. Jordan will reportedly produce and star in the film.
I mean, that's some great talent attached to a property that is just war. So,
Number 7. As reported by Deadline, DC Universe CEO James Gunn has claimed on social media that the DCU film The Authority, based upon a morally gray superhero team, is not going ahead because they don't have a script and the premise doesn't currently work in the current DC Universe. The initially announced Paradise Lost and Booster Gold TV series are still in the works, though.
okay, cool. I feel like James Gunn shouldn't have done that initial video talking about all the projects. But whatever.
Number 8. According to Deadline, working man Jason Statham will star as a man with no name in End of Watch director David Ayer's upcoming action thriller John Doe.
Nice.
Number 9. Apple has announced that season 4 of their hit comedy TV series Ted Lasso is set for an August 5th, 2026 premiere date.
Cool. I'm excited. I'm curious how this is going to play out.
Number 10. The Antoine Fuqua directed Michael Jackson biopic Michael has broken box office records as the best opening weekend for a biopic with its $217 million opening weekend worldwide.
Wow. A lot of people like that guy. Antoine Fuqua, specifically.
Yeah. And that concludes the montage.
Wow. Nice.
All right. All righty. Rue.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right, man.
Now,
what do you want to talk about?
let's dive into a trilogy of topical tidings, Adrian, a component of our show where we discuss at least 3 film and TV industry news stories that have been somewhat zeitgeisty over the past 2 weeks. The first being, actually the first 2 kind of very video game related.
Nice.
Kind of a representation of how I've spent my time over the last 2 weeks, I feel like, too. But number 1 is that the cast of Civil War director Alex Garland's Elden Ring film has been revealed.
Mm-hmm.
The movie will reportedly cost around $100 million and launch on March 3rd, 2028. And this cast, I will list off right now for you if you didn't see it. Kit Connor, who I believe is also in... Is that the same guy? Civil War?
He's in Warfare. Yeah.
Oh, he's not in Civil War. Yeah, he's in Warfare. That's correct. Yeah. Kaylee Spaney, who is in Civil War.
Yes.
Ben Whishaw is in it as well. Who's in the James Bond franchise. Nick Offerman from The Last of Us. Tom Burke, who I'm not super familiar with, I don't think, but I feel like I'll recognize him if I see his face. He's in Furiosa, Mad Max Saga. Yeah. Sonoya Mizuno from Ex Machina. Jonathan Pryce from The Crown. Havana Rose Liu from Bottoms. Ruby Cruz from Bottoms. John Hodgkinson from Dear England. Jefferson Hall from House of the Dragon. Emma Laird from A Haunting in Venice, and Peter Serafinowicz from Guardians of the Galaxy. Anyway,
nice. It's
being written by, obviously, and directed by Alex Garland. It's based on the Elden Ring, very, very popular video game from Software, the guys who made Dark Souls and Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, etc. Mm-hmm. What do you make of this cast information and the information that they're going ahead with this? We talked about this, I think, pretty briefly in general before about how this is being made. You played Elden Ring for 50 hours approximately?
80, I think. Never beat it.
A lot of hours.
Yeah.
You didn't finish it. 80 hours. That's a lot of hours.
I'll go back to it at some point. Our mutual friend Phil still has my copy.
Yes.
Like a year and a half ago. I haven't been.
I did not finish it.
Going back.
I did not get close. But
no.
Yeah. What do you?
How long did you play it for? 20 hours?
30.
30. Okay.
30 hours.
And you just didn't want to get good, eh?
Nope.
That's fair. Fair.
Nope. And that's maybe my outlook for the foreseeable future. I just don't want to bother. It's too much. Yeah. There's too many good things to play to spend so much time banging your head against the wall.
Honestly,
I don't need to prove to anybody. It's just kind of like why I don't do karaoke. It's the same thing. It's not really that fun. It's like,
well, for you,
I'm not getting better at it. It's not like a skill I'm learning. You know, it's like I don't care. Fun. Like I'm not cooking or playing the guitar. I'm fighting somebody with a sword.
Yeah.
With very, very jerky animations that are not that good, in my opinion. I feel like it's just not that refined. It's not a refined enough gameplay style, and definitely not a refined enough story for me to be interested. But the world building is kind of interesting in this universe. I said before on a recent podcast episode that I feel like the best thing about, I feel like the easiest way to make a adaptation of a video game is when you have a story that's very loose. So you can kind of like imprint your own version on it. This is not like that. It's kind of in the middle, I kind of find. You can kind of... Middle from, I should specify, between Fallout and The Last of Us. Mm-hmm. The Last of Us is easy to adapt if you do it, especially just try to do it like really close to what it was. And Fallout is not really... Doesn't really matter because it's an anthology series. So you kind of can just do whatever you want and make your own characters in that universe. And it will work really well because it has a really unique vibe. And so Elden Ring's kind of in between because there's a lot of lore in it, but the story is not the focus, I would argue. I don't know if you would argue differently, but I feel like it's just not really what the game's about. It's really about discovery and the anime. Like the way it looks is beautiful and looks really unique in that way, but it's kind of the gameplay first situation, even though I don't love the gameplay for me, but that's not the case for millions of other people. Tens of millions, basically. But yeah, what do you think about the cast, and what do you think about the overall idea that they're making this adaptation? And it's Alex Garland, whom we love. So
yeah, I'm a big Alex Garland fan. And again, I really enjoyed my time with Elden Ring. I'll probably go back to it one day. But I don't know. It's interesting because I, again, played it for 80 hours. I couldn't tell you a single thing.
The Finger Lakes, man.
You're tarnished. There's a lady that talks to you. She's a weird ghost lady, and she's like, "Hey, tarnished, you're gonna do stuff. You're gonna move around this place." But I have no idea what the story of Elden Ring is. I know there is one. I know there's lore. I don't care enough to look into that. So I'm super curious how Alex Garland's gonna bring it to life. Clearly he likes video games. He's a big nerd. And again, I think he consistently creates and writes some very amazing stuff. So I'm very intrigued what he's going to do with this. The cast is phenomenal, dude, in this movie as well. I think this is going to be, excuse me. I have no perception of what the story is going to be, how this is going to play out. And I don't think Alex Garland would take on something like this without a really good idea. So I can't even, again, begin to guess of how this movie is going to play out or what's going to happen or who's what character or anything like that. Because I just don't really know what the fuck Elden Ring's about, despite playing it for so long. So like, I don't know. What's your opinion on this, man? Like, what do you think this is going to be like?
I don't know. Everything Alex Garland's made that I've seen in the last, I feel like 10 years, I don't think there's been one thing that I didn't like. And they're all pretty unique things. Like, except for, I feel like Warfare and Civil War are kind of similar in some way. They're probably the most similar between them.
But even that, it's not. Not really,
yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
but in comparison, because they came back to back, though, they are the most, like, Ex Machina is so different from Men, as an example. Men is like, what? Dude, Man is crazy. And then, he obviously wrote
Annihilation,
28. Oh, no, I guess 28. The 28 years movies are similar. They're the most similar to each other, obviously, because they're sequels to each other. Yeah. Annihilation is crazy. Yeah, so good. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I really like it. I also like that he likes these games. Like, it's cool that he likes The Last of Us. Like, he thinks that it's like it was a game-changing game. Like, it pushed the envelope on video game storytelling, as he's told Neil Druckmann in that interview. So I don't know. It's cool. I just don't. I'm so curious why this, in some way. I think I almost want to play the game because he's doing this, because I'm like, what could you do here? And the question I have too is, are they going to speak with that stupid language? Like, it's like I always joke around. I see the Finger Lakes because there's like the finger something. There's like this stupid thing that they always repeat, and they're always speaking in this like flowery Victorian lingo, and it's just very like English accents and like, but that's okay. But they're speaking like these weird. They're trying to do like a Shakespearean tone almost to it. It's like I don't. But why are you
poetic.
doing that? It's poetic, but I don't really get it because I don't feel compelled by any characters in that universe. That's why I stopped playing it. Because if you could make a hard game and you can make the characters really compelling, I'm in. Actually, I would play if there's a trophy as an example for PlayStation trophies. That's an achievement that is asking you to play it on the hardest setting to get the platinum. I'll probably actually just do that if the storyline is really awesome. If I can feel myself being ingrained in that universe. But when I just don't find that it's very interesting. It's funny because George R.R. Martin, he wrote the premise of Elden Ring, and I think they didn't use some of it or something like that. Like Miyazaki kind of wrote his own story on top of the premise, I guess. Which is interesting that it was written by George R.R. Martin.
Railroad.
Yeah, Railroad. That's what it stands for. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious about it. It's cool that he pulled together a pretty good cast. So a lot of the cast he's worked before with, which is cool too. It's just it's fascinating. It's just a fascinating thing.
Who's going to be the big jar? You came across the big jar, right? Maybe Nick Offerman's going to be the big jar. That guy didn't really speak in riddles or Victorian. He's just like, I'm a big jar. Help me out.
Well, maybe I never came across the pot. Maybe I'm just I know it because it was like in the marketing materials to lead up to the game. I don't know if I came across like
that big jar,
the walking pot thing. But yeah, no, the art style is really cool though. It would be interesting. It's $100 million makes sense because if you're going to try to pull this off, but are the characters somehow going to be compelling? And then is it really Elden Ring then? Like if you're going to speak, are you going to speak? Maybe you'll speak in English accents, right? But you'll speak normally. Or are you going to do it in that poetic fashion? What do you think? Will he try to do that poetic language? You got to here. The next story, actually, I'll ask you this question, and then we'll get to the next story. It's kind of related to this kind of idea.
Okay.
The plot is really important in a movie and TV show, whereas it's not necessarily as key in a video game. And we'll get to that in a second. But what do you think? Do you think they're going to use this flowery language first, and then I'll get to the next story and we can connect it?
Maybe. I think maybe they'll tone it down a little bit so it's not as like slow and plotting. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if. Yeah, I would say they're probably going to use some of this flowery language and make it.
Don't you think that will like put people off though? Because you can't relate. How do you relating to this? You can relate to people in Shakespeare, sure, but they're speaking in such a monotone way too. It's like in the game, I don't feel like I don't give a shit about you, and I just don't care about any of these people in this world. I just don't care about any of them. There's like a very like they're not. I don't care about them. I don't know if that makes sense. They're not endearing. I can't listen to a single endearing character that was like, oh yeah, the monsters are cool. Yeah,
Pot
right. You saw Pot
Jar guy.
Pot Man.
I remember him.
Yeah, that's true.
There's the werewolf dude. I think he's like a werewolf. He stands up on a thing, and then you talk to him, and he's like, "I'm a werewolf."
Like that guy. Okay.
He was all right. I remember him. There's a Rainy the witch.
Yeah.
I forget what the fuck she does though.
But yeah, it can't just be a simulation of a story. They have to actually create characters that you feel connected with. And then I will go to the next. So on that note, we'll go to the next story. And that Far Cry showrunner Noah Hawley is perceived by some online fans as to have been thrown. Sorry. Noah Hawley was in an interview, and he was perceived by some online fans to be throwing shade at video game storylines in general, but specifically the Far Cry storyline, because Noah Hawley's making a Far Cry adaptation, an anthology series, with Rob Mack from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And so Far Cry 4 game director Alex Hutchinson is upset about it, apparently, because which that's the reason I'm bringing this up. But what he said was, and I'll just read the quote so that you just know what he said, and then we can kind of talk about it in a deeper way. He said, this is a statement that Noah Hawley said. So Noah Hawley, Alien Earth, Fargo, he's not a stranger to adaptations. He's adapting Far Cry for which network is it? FX as well?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, this is what he said.
FX and Hulu or Hulu
combo. Yeah, that makes sense because Disney owns both. Quote, one thing that really attracted me to the Far Cry franchise is that it is an anthology, and every time they release a new game, It is a totally different story. That's how I approach Fargo. And it was an exciting idea that we could build an anthology game adaptation where each season is a different story about civilized people thrown into situations where they have to become increasingly uncivilized. I'm not specifically adapting any of the games that they've put out. I'm saying much as I did with the Coens or X-Men or Alien, let me have a dialogue with this franchise, because this is what I think a Far Cry story is. We can have a larger conversation about the strengths and weaknesses of adapting video games, specifically because games are built in a way that doesn't make for the best drama. When you play a video game, you only really move forward through the gameplay section, and then you have these cutscenes that you can skip. So when you go to adapt these games, you have to be aware that makes the human drama kind of irrelevant to the storyline. That is death for a TV show. This was from Deadline.
Interesting.
So the controversial part was the last part. When you play a video game, you only really move forward through the gameplay section, and then you have these cutscenes that you can skip. So when you go to adapt these games, you have to be aware that makes the human drama kind of irrelevant to the storyline. That is death for a show. That's the main thing that people were up in arms about. What do you make of this statement? We can connect it to Elden Ring afterwards, but what do you make of that statement? Because I thought about it in depth over the last couple of days, and I was while I was driving my car for work, because I had nothing else to do.
I missed this. I missed this news article here. I don't know. It's tough to say because, like, I mean, at the end of the day, video games are meant to be played, and it does move forward because you are playing it, right? A lot of the time. But to kind of have this like almost blanket statement where it almost seems like the cutscenes don't matter, I feel like that's wholly untrue. I don't know. Again, you think of like The Last of Us, or again, even in like some of the Far Cry games, I never played them too deeply, but it's interesting. I don't know. This is kind of a tough one to break down. I don't necessarily think he's like talking shit about it, though. I think he's just kind of acknowledging that these are two different forms of art, and you can't make it the exact same way as you do in a video game. Again, I'm just kind of going off the cuff here. But that's what I take from it. What's your kind of perspective of this, since you've been thinking about this for years?
Years.
Time travel.
I don't know about that. I think that the online sphere blows everything out of proportion. It's very annoying. It's stupid. There's like no nuance. We've talked about that before, but this is exactly that as well. This is a generalization he's saying. He's saying it kind of generally, but he's also not being specific enough that you should be critical of what he's saying. Like he's not saying that video game stories are bad. He's saying that or not important to the game. But I think that if you look at the overall idea that you could skip the cutscene, that people would be moving forward through the gameplay, you could do that. You're never going to do that in a TV show, ever. I don't know anyone in my life that skips the plot of people having a dialogue and going to the action sequences. That's just not something that happens. So that is because it is possible in a video game, it causes a potential issue because you have the option to skip things. I mean, maybe don't make the option available to skip if you've not seen it for the first time in the game, and that would solve that problem. But I think it's just a generalization overall that he's kind of saying this is something that's more important. Also, this is kind of the Craig Mazin thing. Craig Mazin overcorrected, though. Craig Mazin adapted The Last of Us, and the problem with The Last of Us Season 2 is he takes the main story of The Last of Us Part 2 in the game. In my opinion, what his issue is he takes it and he kind of makes it a little bit too much for the TV audience because it's broken up into chunks and broken up for time. In a video game, you're not breaking things up. And so he makes it very palatable, too much so perhaps, and it makes it not as compelling because he gives away parts of the plot that were given away later in the Last of Us video game, Last of Us Part 2 specifically. He gives it away earlier because he's worried about how people are going to perceive certain characters or how they're going to look at it. I think that's a overcorrection. Noah Hawley is really good at adapting anything, so I think he's going to do a good job. I'll also say this. Far Cry in particular, Far Cry 4, I'm sorry, Alex Hutchinson. No, you didn't like this statement from Noah Hawley, but I don't like Far Cry 4's story. I think it's the worst. It's not good. It's fine. So it's like he's the game director. He's not the narrative lead. So it's like I'm not going to be too critical of it. It's okay. It's an okay storyline, but it ain't.
Is Far Cry 4 the American one?
No, that's Far Cry 5. I don't like that one either. That's my point. Actually, is
Far Cry 4 the Giancarlo Esposito one then?
No, Troy Baker.
Wait, what? Okay, who cares? Continue.
Anyway, it's a very forgettable overall. The writing isn't good from my perspective. It's not the compelling part of that. It's Pagan Min is the name of the villain.
Yeah, okay.
But I just don't think it's not that compelling. And especially Far Cry 5 is crazy. That plot makes no sense at all. And it's like that is exactly like the gameplay dictates the action and the gameplay dictates the plot in some way for that game. For Far Cry 5 and Far Cry 4. That's kind of the issue. And if you're making a TV show, you need the plot to dictate the action, as we know. We believe. A lot of people think gameplay first is important in games. I'm immersion first, and I think that also is plot first in some elements, depending on the game. Like if I'm playing a game like Sorrows or Returnal or Resogun, that's all from the same guys. But like I think that is gameplay first in many ways, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But that's why I think like immersion first is my mantra for why when I like a video game the most is that's where I get the most kick out of it. But in a TV show or movie, there's no action first. In my opinion, that does not exist. There is no world in which that works for me. It works for you potentially, Adrian.
Yeah.
Because you like certain movies for the action, but I do think plot first is what drives things forward and makes it endearing and compelling for me overall. And I'll never put something that's action first. Even John Wick's storyline, I feel like there are roots in the plot line that make those good movies, and that they actually didn't make there's not many plot holes in the John Wick universe. And like that is very action first in some way, but it still isn't a broken plot. It works. It all works together because the skeleton holds it together. Even the world's compelling. Like the hotel, they've got they've got Lance Reddick at the desk. It's there's something compelling about that
Rest
overall.
in peace.
So, yeah. Anyway, I kind of just gave you word jargon in some way, but like a word sandwich. But you understand where I'm coming from? I feel like Noah Hawley is not outside the realm of what I believe. I feel like that what he's saying is exactly a good thing because you can't be making an action show here. You gotta work within the confines of building a story. And the beautiful thing about Far Cry is that it's Fallout. It's this broad perspective of this is the story. That is what the games are. A person is a fish out of water. They're thrown into a situation that's really dire, and they have to survive in that situation. And the question of morality comes up. What will you do if you were in that situation? You're kind of in the perspective of this person. And it won't be first person for the show, unlike that dog movie, which also wasn't first person. But you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like they're going to do the perspective of trying to show off this person and what they're going through as best as possible. And they thank God they're not following a plot of one of the games, which we already kind of knew. Noah Hawley wouldn't do that. He'd just make his own plot, just like the Fargo TV show. He's the king of adaptations. No one has had more success, in my opinion, doing adaptations in some way. From X-Men to Fargo to Alien. I think just the sheer number of seasons is the advantage. Oh, this is the thing that was crazy. Did I have that quote from Alex Hutchinson?
I don't know.
Alex Hutchinson said that Alien Earth is just basically Peter Pan with a dog. He didn't really nail it or something like that, something along those lines. He didn't like Alien Earth. I'm like, come on, man. I don't think Far Cry 4 has a good story. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. I don't know. This is so crazy to me that he would latch on to this quote, but sorry, pull it what you may. I've talked for too long. What do you think about this and what I've said and maybe just whatever you think?
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel, I mean, obviously, I guess Alex Hutchinson just, I didn't take the time to really understand what Noah Hawley was saying, and it's just like, oh, you hurt my thing, I'm going to talk shit about your thing. It seems kind of juvenile. But no, again, I think you make a good point, and it's kind of what I said, right? It's two different art forms. You can't do the same thing. It just doesn't work. So, yeah, I'm curious what he's going to do with this show. Again, Far Cry, it's just, I'm not a big Far Cry guy. I've played a few of them or a couple of them. I never beat any of them. The story's never been really the main draw for me, nor was the gameplay, to be fair. I don't really care for the gameplay all that much. But yeah, it is just, I think this is easy to adapt and create something new because it really is, as you mentioned, yeah, fish out of water story. It's just regular person put in a dire situation. What are they going to do to get out of it? And I think you can kind of create a lot of cool ideas and characters from that simple premise alone. So yeah, I think Noah Hawley, I mean, he doesn't really miss, TV show wise, at least. So I'm curious what he's going to do.
I think it's also true when you play a video game, you only really move forward through the gameplay section because you're in control. That is part of the, that is the idea. Like you are in control then, but you're not in control in other spots. People are antsy to get going potentially in those situations. I don't think he's insinuating that they're bad. I think he's probably a video game fan. I don't know. We'll see. I mean,
potentially, yeah. I don't really know much about Noah Hawley apart from his work. So
Alex Hutchinson said, "This is kind of pissing me off, and I like Noah Hawley's work." Oh, it was an interview with IGN. Oh, I just kind of missed that. Okay. I was on the IGN webpage, but it didn't actually give me the quote I was looking for. I think in certain genres, a lot of people skip cutscenes, says Hutchinson. Certainly the player story takes primacy, but story is a complex topic in games. Theme, setting, character are all key to story and are certainly drivers of player engagement. So even if they're skipping some cinematics, they're deeply engaged in narrative as they occupy a role and move through a designated space. I'm not much of a cutscene. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that actually a quote? No, that's just the person writing it. The best Far Cry game to me is a fish out of water story, continues Hutchinson. Dropping the player as a normal person with limited knowledge into an extreme situation with a bunch of toys and challenges. Then the story acts as both asking the player questions and then providing reactions based on the player's input. My biggest problem is Hawley's dismissal of the game's story as pointless. His position isn't without merit, and his adaptations of Alien and Fargo also basically threw away history. This worked well in Fargo, but less well. He's not like bashing Alien completely, but he's just saying it's less well in Alien, which turned into a kind of weird Peter Pan gets a dog story instead of remaining true to the best elements of the brand. Remaining true to the best elements of the brand is what I take fault with, because I'm like, well, I feel like he kind of nailed it, but he's doing a different part of the world it's called Alien Earth. They never show that really as much in the rest of that franchise. It's not very focused on what's going on Earth. So it's like you kind of have to do something else. What do you want them to do? Another space story? It's another Alien Romulus again? Like they're all those stories. Alien Romulus, I love that movie, but I also think it's the same movie again. It's like a Star Wars Phantom Menace / Rise of Skywalker situation. It's kind of the same movie for the fourth time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or at least the second time.
I get that perspective. Yeah.
But Romulus is amazing. And that's like
Romulus.
It's excellent. And there's like the moment to moment like thriller horror aspects that are really good. So I have nothing against it, but at the same time, it's not wholly unique. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I really like Alien Earth. So I think that this is a weird thing to say, but I also think that he's not dismissing game stories as pointless, like at all.
I agree. I think this is a gross misunderstanding of what Noah Hawley said. I think, you're just missing the point, which is
broken
fine.
Telephone of the internet, dude. That's what it is, I think. Yeah.
The irony is like, dude, what Alex Hutchinson was interviewed by IGN or got this quote from IGN?
Yeah, it was. Alex Hutchinson was interviewed by IGN.
Okay. Yeah. It's like, dude, the same website has a story. Again, I guess they're quoting the Variety thing with Noah Hawley, but like, dude, you're on the same website. You could just look it up. Just look up the quote. Just get a. I don't know.
I suppose. It's good. Yeah. It's
Anyways.
yeah. But anyway, to go back to the Elden Ring thing, I guess that is that is the game in some way. I skipped all the cutscenes.
Oh, really?
I didn't. No, I never skip a scene. Actually, I never skip any cutscenes. It's the thing about me gaming. But I didn't understand what was going on, so I'm like checked out. I was definitely checked out. Elden Ring is one of the most checked out games from a story perspective I've been checked out of while playing it for 30 hours that I've been checked out of in for 10 years. Like I just don't know what they're talking about. What are you talking about? I don't care. It's so annoying. And it's like, you want to be so flowery. It's because I think you have nothing to say. And that's why I'm worried about the Elden Ring movie, because I don't think they have anything to say. But I don't know. Because it's a setup to get to the next gameplay segment. It is what Noah Hawley is describing, which I think is funny because it's what Elden Ring is. So in some way, games, again, they vary. They ebb and flow. Some games are very gameplay oriented and some are very plot oriented and with a mix. But typically, gameplay does push forward because you are in control. And that gameplay could be a choice. In a game like Mass Effect, you are making choices that is gameplay in some way. So those cutscenes are blurring the line of what a cutscene actually is. And I think the funny thing is I went to the Noah Hawley interview and I was trying to find out, like, did he say anything else? Like, why are we expanding on what he's saying? Like, he's saying something very kind of more general. Like, he's not going into huge depth with what he's saying. He's like, why do we want to infer more than what he said? It's so strange. And I'm looking and there's no other quote. So I'm like, all right, that was it. That's all he had to say. I'm like, why are we guessing that he's saying that video game stories are pointless? Like, how did you get here? So if it was just the internet blowing up, I would have been like, fine. But it's Alex Hutchinson blowing up because he's taking offense for fans because of his game, Far Cry 4, which in my opinion is not a bad story, but it isn't a good one. It's just fine. It's just like you're going through this, like, it is, again, a fish out of water story. It's cool. The story is kind of a cat, like a shell. It's like a skeleton for why you're doing it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's there to push you forward to get you to the next gameplay segment.
Which is perfect. It's perfect for Far Cry. It is a great example of what Far Cry is. Yeah. But I think Far Cry 5, I said this, I think, on this podcast, but Far Cry 5 is crazy because of the fact that they just put you, the villains capture you like multiple times and you've killed their family members and they're just like, oh, I'm going to capture you again and give you a lecture and then like throw you out again. And then you go back and you kill them. And then it's like, because they're all villains. It's almost like a martial arts movie. You're going after this family. And it's like, but why are you letting me live? It makes no logical sense. So like these stories have never impressed me, but I didn't play Far Cry 3 to be fair, which is arguably the best one. I think though, interestingly, Noah Hawley saying that he's not telling a specific story kind of rules out having, what's his name? From
Nacho Varga.
Yeah. But yeah, from Better Call Saul, Nacho Varga actor. What's Nacho?
It's Mando, Michael Mando, right?
Michael Mando, yeah. Yeah, we might see Michael Mando this year, maybe.
Yeah, Michael Mando. Okay, I was right. Nice. He's in Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, he might be. Yeah, he might.
Was he not in the trailer?
No, was he?
I don't remember, dude. Who cares?
I don't think so. There was a lot of wacky things in that trailer, but that wasn't one of the things. Like they had the hand was in there.
Yeah,
but like,
Daredevil's going to be in this movie. Daredevil's going to be in it, right? What you're bringing in the hand, dude? Punisher's already in it.
I think it depends on where the Daredevil movie ends up too, though. Sorry, the Daredevil show, the Born Again, like where it ends up in the season. So that's like I was saying this before. I got to jump in and vote with my wallet. I don't have Disney Plus. I'm gonna subscribe. It's the next show I'm gonna watch alongside the For All Mankind After Shrinking.
Dude, you could watch Vanderpump Villa. They just released the reunion for season 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Cool. Speaking of reality TV shows, just completely side note before we get to the third of the trilogy of topical tidings. Did you see the cast list for Celebrity Trader? Because you watch Traders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you see the new cast list for the new season? Oh, it's like a pretty stacked cast list. Bella Ramsey's
Is it literally called Celebrity Trader?
Celebrity Traders. Wait, you don't know about the... Oh, is this the first season? No, they had another season of this before. Wasn't that the one where what's his name from Iron Man 2's in it, and the wrestler? What's his name?
Oh, is this in the UK?
Same? Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't watch the UK version. I've only watched the US one.
Wait, I thought that... Oh, I see. But look at this. Look at the list, though. It's pretty badass. Like Richard E. Grant is in it somehow. There's no celebrity traders in the US. I'm just so out fish out of water with speaking of fish out of water.
That's cool.
With, reality TV show. It's a pretty good cast, eh?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the premise of Traders is. Is it like Big Brother?
It's Secret Hitler, essentially.
Oh, but is it like happen quickly? Like, is it only within like a short...
Every day. So it's like essentially the entire season's over the course of, I think, like 2 weeks. And it's like every trapped day.
In a house like Big Brother, though?
Exactly. Is that what it is? Yeah. And then they have like... And then they do like a Survivor sort of like game where they all go out and then they earn money to the total pot. And then it's either... And then you have like a kind of like a courtroom session and you have to vote someone out and they'll let you know if they're a traitor or not. And then eventually you get all the way to the end and it's either if a traitor sticks around, they win the entire pot. And if there's no traitors, then the other people, they just get money and then they split it between them all.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's essentially like Secret Hitler, but like a game.
Just for the audience,
it's interesting because when you said celebrity trainer, I was like, they're all like in the US version, everyone's a celebrity, technically.
Oh.
Already. Yeah.
Oh.
So I guess in the UK, they have like regular traders and then celebrity traders.
Maybe the original traders, what was the original traders? It was from...
Not celebrities. I think it was the UK.
From them. They started
it. I think so. I could be lying to you, but...
The US had to go harder. So they're like, we're going to make it celebrities.
Yeah, we're gonna have the Real Housewives on there.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
We're gonna have Tom Sandoval from Vanderpump Rules on there in season.
Michael Sheen's in this. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, this cast is pretty impressive.
Yeah. I don't know how good it's been on the American side. Has it been pretty reliable? That's the one with what's his name? The guy who plays the wrestler. Where is controversy with him? He was on the American version, obviously.
I don't know what wrestler you're referring to.
The Wrestler. The movie The Wrestler is nominated for Best Actor for The Wrestler. He's in Iron Man 2. Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke
was he in one of those seasons?
Traders, right?
I've only watched season 3 and 4.
Oh, okay. I think he got like kicked out because he said something like really untoward toward one of the people. And then
on the show,
he got kicked off the show.
Oh,
it was like a big controversy.
I don't remember it. Michael Rappaport was in season 4, and that guy's a fucking madman. He makes some good TV though.
Okay,
but God, that guy's crazy.
Oh, Ramesh Ranganathan is in this too, and nice. I just watched him in. We watched a few weeks ago. We watched what's it called now? Last One Laughing on Amazon Prime.
Oh, I remember you talking
really
about
good.
that. Yeah.
I love that show. Second season. They did a second season with it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, he was in that. He was great. Yeah, it's cool. All right. Anyway, it's a sidetrack. Trilogy. The trilogy, Adrian, the third of the trilogy of topical tidings. The third one here is, as announced in a press release, Reddit. Well, that's last time. Sorry. In a somewhat rare move, Marvel and Sony have collaborated with Publication Entertainment Weekly to publish the first 3 pages of Spider-Man Brand New Day's screenplay, with annotations from director Destin Daniel Cretton. Spider-Man Brand New Day is scheduled to hit theaters on July 31st, 2026. Perfect. We were just talking about Spider-Man. This is crazy to me that they did this. I'm like, why?
I agree.
It's okay because it's only the first few pages, but I don't really think it's necessary. And I was kind of happy that they were kind of keeping it really spoiler free, because with their trailers, they weren't even talking about it until like really, it felt like the 11th hour to even get a first trailer, because this movie comes out in July. So because we just got the trailer like 2 weeks ago?
Something like that. That seems right. Maybe give or take a bit.
But yeah, anyway, what do you think about this? I didn't read this, by the way.
I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read this. Yeah, no.
I like the annotations aspect, though. I thought that was really cool. Like, it's his script. That's the coolest part about it for me. That's almost what I want to read first, because I'm just, like, that's the only thing I want to read about it. Maybe I would read it at the end after the movie airs. But What do you think about this? Like, is it stupid? I kind of think it's stupid. Why are you
Um,
doing this? Don't reveal anything. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, I don't really get why you would do this, but I don't know. I guess it's weird because I was just gonna say, like, I guess it draws more people in, but like, dude, this trailer broke records. Like, everyone's gonna want to watch this movie. It doesn't matter. So it's just, I don't know. I think this is kind of neat, but yeah, I'll go back to this post us watching the movie, but I don't want to know how this movie opens up. I just want to go in and have a good time, and I like surprises. I've been way more, what's the word I'm looking for? Evasive. No, I don't even know if that's the right word. I don't feel good. I don't feel good, Simon. Anyways, that's an aside. But yeah, like I've been so like, I'm always just trying to avoid any sort of like thing. If I know I'm gonna like something, I just kind of want to go in without any knowledge. You know what I mean? Like most recently, like Saros. Like, I think I watched like that first trailer and I'm like, cool. I know I'm going to like this. And then I've just avoided everything since. And there's a lot of awesome surprises and I'm really enjoying it so far. And it's the same thing. Like, I know I'm going to watch this fucking movie. There's no way I'm going to miss this movie. I know I'm going to like this movie. I don't need to know how it opens up and then use my imagination.
I've watched a lot of the Saros marketing though, and I didn't find that it spoiled anything. Not that that's good. I recall.
Yeah. I just like surprises. I just like surprises, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Okay. I think this is cool that they did it, but I just feel like just do it after. Release it after the movie or on the same day. After. Yeah, I guess so. You know? I guess so.
They're just trying to generate more hype. But to your point, like, I was looking at the exact number for the views. It's like it was released on March 18th, so way longer than I thought it was. It was like 2 months ago almost. But anyway, it garnered 718 million views in its first 24 hours, which is crazy. Which broke the record that Deadpool and Wolverine had held. Mm-hmm. It reached 1 billion views in just 4 days, which is pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
Good for them. Good for them. Yeah, I don't think.
How many views does it have now? I'm looking on YouTube.
I'll leave that to you.
Opening YouTube right now just shows 33 million, but I guess that's like just the one thing, right?
Yeah, I think they count all of the. There must be some kind of connection because I've always wondered how they track it. They must give out the trailer to like places like an IGN or like a Variety or like these places like the Hollywood Reporter or whatever, wherever it lands. Like the Marvel YouTube versus the Sony YouTube versus the PlayStation YouTube. Like it was on very a lot of places. And so I imagine they count all the views, but how do they track it? Has always been my question. Like, cause that's been a thing. Yeah. Like because I get it how you would track it on linear TV because you're directly giving out the licenses, but imagine how many people you gave this to. If you're giving it to IGN, it's like an entertainment website that's mostly talking about video games. You gave it to a lot of people. I guess it's on like, and how do you know? Like how do you track it if somebody like ripped it off? Like you gave it to somebody. Are you tracking the people who like just put it on their YouTube that wasn't authorized to do so, or maybe you're shutting those down so you don't count them? I don't know. Not sure. It's cool though. I don't know if it's like a AI algorithm that just tracks, or do they actually somehow have
they just know
to it?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Like
Michael Mando is in the trailer.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah, 2 minutes in.
Yeah, it's kind of good. Like the one thing that's kind of good is like I can be still surprised sometimes if I don't see the trailer repeatedly because like I just forget it if I haven't watched it, but because we're exposed to so many trailers for other things that it kind of goes out of my mind. But then again, we're going to see this trailer like 7 times in the movie theaters before this comes out for sure. There's like no way we won't, just because this is like going to be one of the biggest movies of the year for overall viewership. Certainly,
it probably will be the biggest movie of the year, eh?
I don't know. Do you think Doomsday won't pull in more?
I don't think so. I think Spider-Man's
especially if Spider-Man
more.
Appears in it, which we don't know yet because that was not announced. Like that was one of the things they didn't announce, and I'm wondering if the actual like.
We'll find out in the after credit scene.
I wonder if he's not going to be in it though, because that's like the plot of like people don't know him. Like, you know what I mean? Like who's going to pull this random guy in the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man into the thing? Is that going to get adjusted? I don't want to spoil the previous movie, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like people like, he's not a known entity right now. So it's like, are you going to, I don't know. It's
I
a
mean, they know
question.
Spider-Man. They just don't know who Spider-Man is.
How much are they going to lean in Doomsday into the idea of the multiverse? Like, are they going to do a lot of multiverse stuff, or is it mainly going to be for Secret Wars, like the second in this potential trilogy? I don't know. They said that it may be a trilogy instead of 2 movies for the next 2 Avengers movies. But do you think they will try to do? I'm curious. I'm curious how much multiverse stuff, because if you have multiverse, you can have multiple Spider-Man. You could do the Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, is what I'm trying to say. You could have Nicolas Cage in this. You know what I mean?
That'd be
in
sick,
Doomsday,
actually.
That would be so awesome.
Yeah.
Also, like, Nicolas Cage almost was Superman, you know, and he kind of is a big comics nerd. So see him, like, because he wanted to really be that role, and he was cast, right? But the cool thing is like, he's such a fan. He's kind of perfect for Spider Noir. Like, it's kind of really cool, and so it's neat. He finally got to be a superhero, I guess. That's actually going to maybe be popular. I mean, Ghost Rider that wasn't a great movie. I guess 2 movies, but I wasn't a big fan of that movie.
No, I don't. I think I watched it. At least one of them.
This is an interesting fact about me. I just realized, I think now, the first Ghost Rider movie with Nicolas Cage, I think that's one of the first movies that I can remember where I really had an issue with a plot hole, where I realized how important tightening up your shit is specifically for plot. Like, having the story make sense and not just be like willy-nilly, even though it's a superhero movie. I felt like that was really important, and they did not nail it. There was like huge problems and gaps in that plot that were so obvious that I couldn't believe no one caught them, because I was a teenager. You know what I mean? Like, why am I telling you what to do here? I'm not a writer. I'm just like a student in sciences at a high school. What are you doing? So, like, that was one of the first ones I can distinctly remember. I'm like, this is bad. I did not like that movie. It's like low on my list because plot holes are so glaring. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So cool. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I thought it was weird that they did this. Sony did this, because I thought they had everything really, like, we're going to just drop very select trailers, and but it's only the first 3 pages. So I do appreciate, like, here's a little sneak peek.
Well, yeah.
Want to see?
Hopefully they're not dropping the whole fucking thing, dude. You know?
Imagine they drop. That's what I thought it was initially, and I was like really worried it had gotten leaked. So I was like, oh, now I got to avoid this, because there was some website that was like, oh, the reading the screenplay for Spider-Man. I'm like, reading the script? What are you talking about? Is this leaked already? The plot line's already out? That would be such a disappointment. Oh man, imagine. That doesn't happen very often, that the entire script gets leaked that I recall, for these big movies, eh? Like, that doesn't happen, which is awesome, because I'm thinking about, like, how The Last of Us Part 2 was completely leaked beforehand, and it really was disappointing because the whole plot was, like, leaked, and we had to kind of dodge bullets. Like, we were just like,
yeah, dude. I'm so grateful I didn't get any of that spoiled for me. I'm so grateful.
I didn't either. I'm mostly off social media now too, so it's even more helpful for me now. But yeah, it's so crazy that it happens so often in games.
Toxic. Yeah, it does happen quite often in games, eh? I wonder.
Yeah, it sucks.
What are they doing? What are they doing?
I don't know.
In the games industry, who's leaking things?
Yeah, everyone's gonna be clamoring to get the leaks of friggin' Grand Theft Auto.
Speaking of leaks, dude, I want to briefly touch on this. I feel like I meant to bring this up last episode, but maybe I forgot about it. Whatever. The Avatar: The Last Airbender movie.
Yeah.
Like Avatar: The Legend of Aang. Some guy leaked the entire fucking thing online.
Oh, no.
And it makes me very sad. Like, Paramount, so this was originally supposed to be released late last year. It was supposed to be theatrical. Then they delayed it a full year and then said, we're not doing it theatrical anymore. It's just going to go on Paramount Plus. And then some guy just leaked the entire movie online. And so, like, I have friends that have watched it. And I really want to watch this. But I just, like, I want to support the creators. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender with a passion. Yeah. And, like, the idea that this movie just kind of got released and it's just like,
this was a theatrical release. It was supposed to go to theaters, or was it
initially? Yeah, and then Paramount pulled back and said it's not going to theaters anymore. We're just going to release it on Paramount Plus.
Oh.
And then this guy leaked it online like a few months later.
Oh, I see. It wasn't a reaction to the leak. It got leaked after they decided to put it on streaming.
Correct, but it's not. It's not going on streaming until like October of this year.
Oh wow, it's been leaked that long. That sucks.
It's a shame, man.
It's
I'm very
done.
excited
Just
about
put it out now.
I know. Let me buy
That's
it, dude.
stupid.
Let me buy it. I would actually
That's dumb.
Yeah, I would actually pay money right now. I'll buy it for $25 just to support like the people that made it. Like
Is it unfinished in some way? Like why would you hold
No.
off now at this point because it's done now because it's been leaked? Like you're already screwed. So just release it right now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, actually we're gonna release it right now. We're moving it up. And they just put it on there, have people watch it on Paramount Plus or able to rent it or buy it. And that's just a solution. Like 'cause what else are you gonna do? Piracy is gonna be a thing. I don't know. Piracy, I wonder what the numbers are showing for piracy right now because the streaming services keep going up in price.
I feel it's definitely going up. I feel like it's definitely going up compared to how it was. Like I feel like back in the, I don't know, like 2010s, it was like at an all-time high. You know, the late aughts, early 2010s at an all-time high. Then you have all these streaming services coming out and like, oh, actually, this is affordable and convenient, right? Like I'm willing to pay for convenience. And then now it's just kind of escalated to 15 different streaming services that are way too expensive. You got to pick and choose. And it's just people are like, all right, fuck it. Then I'm just going to either, look online on like Look Movie or whatever. I have buddies that always watch stuff just online on like a website or like torrent things. Yeah.
I don't have anyone. I don't know anyone that does that. I have people who use the
Many
box,
of my friends
the,
do.
the classic box.
Yeah.
That's the
Many
most common
of my friends
thing.
do. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. All right.
I had like a IPTV thing, but honestly, I only used it for UFC.
Oh.
Because I ain't paying for that. I ain't giving Dana White my money.
I see. You think that these guys getting beat to the hell out of them and taking many years off their life is not worth your money.
Yeah.
You don't want to pay them.
No.
They don't deserve. They don't deserve it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways.
Okay.
Cool. Can we pause here?
Oh yeah.
I just gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Pee-pee time.
I am unwell.
For Adrian.
I am unwell.
Adrian, pee-pee time.
Adrian pee-pee time pinter. That's
bye.
my name. Adrian pee-pee time pinter.
Okay, bye. He's left the room now. He's closing the door. He's now gone out of the room. I'm looking at his blank room. Okay, this is a waste of airtime that you don't need. Goodbye.
Let's see. I'm back. I got a big old cup of lemonade.
Oh, lemonade.
Maybe the vitamin C is going to help, you know?
Sorry, what's going to help?
The vitamin C.
Vitamin C. There's vitamin C in lemonade?
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah. Lemons have vitamin C. What are you talking about?
Do they?
Yeah. It's a citrus.
Doesn't mean they have vitamin C though.
What?
Oh, they are, but they are a source of vitamin C.
Yeah.
I looked at this recently for lemonade though, and I found that there was no vitamin C in the lemonade. I was I looked at the back of it, and there was it was like a very low vitamin C content. I don't know what was it. Lemonade? I think it was. Obviously, it wouldn't just have lemon.
Was it brisk lemonade?
No, it wasn't like fake lemonade. But yeah, I'm looking this up, and yeah, they do are excellent source. What the hell am I thinking of? Man, I have bad takes this episode, bad memory moments here.
You're fired. You're fired.
Yeah, I was better in the middle of the podcast, but now we've gone back to it after you returned. The beginning when we just met each other on this podcast, we just started talking this episode, and then I was really bad, and then I got better, and then now I've gotten bad again because you left to go pee. It's all your fault, really, because you went pee.
On the plus side, I've been bad the entire episode.
Oh, well, I don't, that's debatable. All right.
So you're bad. You're better than me.
It's time now, Adrian, to move on to a segment of our show that I like to call A Look to the Future. A portion of our podcast where each of us present at least 3 of our picks for the TV series or movies that look most interesting to us that are releasing between the dates of May 5th and May 18th, 2026.
Yeah.
Adrian, as is customary, you choose first. What is your choice for TV series or movie coming out in the near future?
I'm going to start with the thing I am most excited about, Simon.
Do it up.
We talked about this a few episodes ago.
Yes.
It's coming out on May 15th, and it is the movie called Obsession, directed by Curry Baker.
Yes.
Curry Baker.
Yes.
Wait, is it Curry Baker or Barker? I'm questioning it. I was just talking about how fucking off my game I am. So who cares?
I'll
This
get
is
it. I'll
great.
get it. You keep talking.
He is part of this, sketch comedy duo on YouTube that I've been watching for quite some time called That's a Bad Idea. Big fan of this guy. He came out with a like horror movie on YouTube. It's about like just over an hour long called Milk and Cereal. He's had some horror shorts. This guy is this guy's really good at what he does, and he also has another movie coming out, I think next year, with Aaron Paul. You know what I'm talking about here? No. Called Anything But Ghosts, I think is what it's called. Anything But Ghosts. Let me just double check that.
So Curry Barker, first of all.
Barker, okay, I was right. And it's with Aaron Paul called Anything But Ghosts. And Aaron Paul made a post on Instagram, I think, talking about how impressed he is with Curry Barker and saying that he's like one of the greatest directors he's ever worked with. And he's like so excited about this project and everything like that. I'm like, oh, that's crazy, dude. He's like, this kid's a visionary, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, oh man, that's awesome. So I'm very excited about this Anything But Ghosts movie as well. But again, yeah, Obsession, May 15th. I cannot wait for this movie. I'm so excited about this. I'm very excited about this movie's.
Yes.
Simon.
Yes, it's cool. Yeah, it's a cool cast. Yep. Bryce Dallas Howard's in it.
Yeah,
apparently. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I had a brain fart about who Aaron Paul was in the middle of that statement.
Really?
Got sorted out.
Sorry.
I don't know why.
Because you gave me a look. You gave me a look, and I was like,
I gave you a look.
And I thought it was because you were like, Aaron Paul worked with frickin' Vince Gilligan. Like, what are you talking about? And then I realized now that he just didn't know who Aaron Paul was.
Well, he doesn't only work with Vince Gilligan. I would know that.
He's only worked with Vince Gilligan.
Speaking of Aaron Paul, didn't he drop out of Invincible because he thought that the character was too dark or something? What happened with that? Did he drop out of his character?
He made some random statement, but to be fair, that character doesn't come back. So,
okay.
The character's not even in the show anymore.
So the Invincible Versus game came out, right? And like this fighting game. I'm kind of interested in it. I'm not really. I don't play too many of these fighting games, like one-on-one fighting games, but I do. Yeah. I do dabble in them, and I've dabbled in them in the past. I think I've said that to you. But I will say the one thing I would be interested in is there's a unique story in it, from apparently, because it looks like it's almost like an alternate universe type situation they're trying to do. I would almost want to play it, but it turned me off of it because a lot of the cast didn't come back for it. True, and a lot of it did, but a lot of it didn't. Like the key ones, like Steven Yeun's not in it, which is so weird. But J.K. Simmons, I was thinking about this yesterday. J.K. Simmons is an amazing actor, and he seems like a generous guy. Because why is he in this? Why was he in freaking Mortal Kombat? Why is he in these things? He's an Oscar winner. He's so cool, and it seems like he's so above it all in some way. Or maybe they just didn't want to make the other deal, and they only made his deal. I don't know, but it's really cool that J.K. Simmons, he plays Omni-Man in Invincible. If you don't know that, J.K. Simmons is Oscar winner for Whiplash. He's so good. I just like J.K. Simmons. I think J.K. Simmons might be one of my favorite actors, like just like living today. Like he's just great. You know, I don't know. He's just good. He's really good. Everything he's in, he elevates. Like for real. That's what I believe. Even Red One, I saw that Santa Claus where he plays Santa Claus. It's not that good of a movie. It's entertaining enough. It's fun enough. But it's good because he's in it. He's the best part of that movie, I think. And he's not even in it for that much. He's in it, but he's not really one of the main two actors. But
is that the Chris Evans joining the Rock Johnson one?
Yeah.
Crazy that he just pees in water bottles.
Anyway. You keep saying that. Why are you so obsessed with this?
I don't know. I just like to be mean sometimes, I guess. I shouldn't be mean.
Is great.
I'm sure Dwayne The Rock Johnson's a nice fella. I'm sure he's a great guy. Why am I being
Why do you think they couldn't make the cast come back for because they were already in the booth? Just get them to like fine. Aaron Paul is not going to come back for his character. That's fine. But the other characters, it's so weird to me. They got Ross Marquand, like he's in it.
Yeah. They had some recasts in the show as well, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay. Even like Gillian Jacobs is in it.
Yeah.
Too.
Jillian
which I think is. Oh, I always say Gillian because of the way it's spelled. I'm a fool. It's Gillian. Yeah. I interchange it in my brain. I constantly do that. I'm like, God, it's obviously Gillian Jacobs. Anyway, who's great. as well. She's not as big as Steven Yeun, to be fair. I keep going back to Steven Yeun. I'm like, the crazy thing is that there's this actor Alex Lee, isn't it? And he sounds like he does a really good job with the voice. He's the closest one because I heard him before and I'm like, oh, Steven Yeun came back. He did not. He's the one I was like, I thought he was in it. He's not. But J.K. Simmons is like iconic. So that's on the man. Anyway, I might play that game, but I just won't play it now. There's too many games to play and too much stuff coming out.
Yeah, I'm never playing that game. I'll just
play for the story, dude. Just lower the difficulty and get the story out of it.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna play it to not have fun. I just don't like fighting.
You're gonna have fun. You don't even play these games. How do you know? Maybe you don't remember.
I've tried many a time, Simon. It's not like I'm just saying I don't like fighting games.
You didn't like mushrooms, many. And then you just tried them recently.
Mushrooms?
I'm saying you might have acquired the taste.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about like the drugs, mushrooms. I'm like,
no. Yeah, the hallucinogen. No, no. I'm saying like you didn't like cooked peppers, and then you just like tried them recently. You're like, actually, I like.
I put it in everything.
Exactly. That's why my point is.
I ordered a vegetarian pizza yesterday, Simon. You know what I had on it? Onions, peppers, tomatoes. Delicious.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, delicious.
You're becoming a new man. Anyway, you get what I'm saying?
I do sausage and peppers sometimes as well. Get the Costco like sausages, and I'll literally caramelize some onions, throw in some peppers, dude. Sausage.
Do you ever have the pickled peppers? They're so good. My grandma
I love pickled peppers.
Oh, you like those? Oh yeah,
I love.
They're so good. They're delicious.
Like banana peppers and stuff like that.
Those are good too. But I'm talking just like bell peppers, and like they're pickled in like that's like a very like my
Eastern European thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I haven't had that since I fell in love with peppers again. So I'm sure I would.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Or like Ajvar or Ajvar, as the Canadians would say, but the AJVAR. It's like the pepper sauce. It's like red bell peppers and it's like a pepper sauce, sometimes spicy, and then you put it on like, I don't know, you eat it with like chibapi.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't had the pickled pepper since like my mom passed away. It was like years and years and years ago. It's so crazy. I just thought of that now. I'm like, I swear I have not, because my grandmother.
You want me to buy some for you?
No, I could just get them at Costco. I gotta do it. I just don't know which ones to get necessarily, but I do, and also it's a big jar, and I kind of have to have my wife want it. I can't just not. I can't just get it for me.
It'll last forever, dude.
It's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good call. Call out. Anyway, okay, let's move on. What are we talking about?
Does your wife like peppers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one thing she didn't dislike. She doesn't like mushrooms though.
No. I learned that you told me that she doesn't like beans like a couple months ago.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's crazy. I feel like the bean is such a versatile ingredient.
I love burritos. I love them. She doesn't like burritos with the beans. I think I've said this before, but I have a Chipotle that opened near my house, and it's like I didn't know Chipotle was good. I always thought it was just like the thing you would get, but I'm like, I really do like it. It's pretty solid, and I just love burritos, and beans is a huge, obviously, ingredient. And she won't go there with me because she's not into it. And well, she will actually, she will do it, but I'm like, no, let's get something you like. We're not gonna just do it for me. That sucks.
Yeah.
So I always go there when we're kind of eating separately, like I'm on the road or something. Anyway.
Yeah. You were mentioning that a lot to me when we were playing Marathon.
I said it more than a few times.
Yeah.
You say a lot to me?
Yeah, you said it a lot to me.
I only talk about burritos.
Yeah.
Man.
Like, yo, man,
just kill this guy in Marathon here, but
yeah, we haven't played Marathon in a little bit. I want to go back into it. I was just on a time crunch with Pragmata. Like I was like, I need to beat this game and platinum it before Saros, and I did it.
Right.
Well, actually, I platinumed it the day Saros came out. So, but I'm cool to hop back into Marathon anytime.
It's still one of my 3 games. I have a 3 game rule, as you know. I can only play 3 games at a time. Marathon's still one of them. I left it there. It's Saros, Marathon, Starfield. Very science fiction.
Yeah.
Very Tau Ceti in some way for the Starfield and Marathon.
You want to play Pragmata? I feel like I've asked you this, but do you want to play it?
Not
Is this
right
a game?
now. One day.
But like
one day.
Within the next month or 2?
No, not within the next month. If you're going to let it to someone else, you can. Or you're gonna sell it.
I would have probably just traded it back in otherwise.
Oh, okay. Just trade it in. I'll play it another time. I will play it though. I do. I've looked at it more, and it does look really cool. It looks cool.
Awesome.
I realize I don't play a lot of Capcom games in general. I was thinking about it. I'm like, I barely play Capcom games, and Capcom's killing it. Like killing it. I don't know what they're doing, but they're just freaking it's smash hit after smash hit in some way. Even like Monster Hunter Wilds are like, it was a failure. It's like 10 million copies sold. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, it was one of the best selling games of last year, man.
Yeah. But it
just didn't have that stickiness.
Yeah,
it's a live stickiness.
Yeah.
But
this is becoming. Is this the video game episode? I apologize to Kenneth Stadabauer for talking about video games, but anyway.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Invincible.
The things that are coming out. Mortal Kombat 2, speaking of video games.
Yeah.
Adrian, May 8th is the launch date for Mortal Kombat 2. I'm not necessarily looking forward to this. I didn't end up seeing Mortal Kombat 1 in theaters or on streaming. I saw on Crave now, I believe, right now.
Yeah.
I could probably watch it if I wanted to. I'm more interested in Street Fighter because it's just the campiness, the craziness of the like the trying to pull the vibe off of what Street Fighter's been for years is kind of more appealing to me. But I do like Carl Urban's like spot, like the I've seen a few like clips of him in this Mortal Kombat 2 movie, and it is appealing. But anyway, that's a movie adaptation coming out May 8th. What's your next pick?
My next pick, Simon, is Punisher: One Last Kill, coming out May 12th. This is the one episode like limited event thing, directed by John Barenthal, written by him, starring him, that I guess will technically lead into Spider-Man in some way. And I'm curious about this. It looks good. It's a shame that he's not in Daredevil season 2 because I feel like he was such a great part in that first season. But I guess we'll figure out what he's been up to during that time.
Indeed. So. This time I gave you a look because you did make a mistake. He is writing it, but Reynaldo Marcus Green is the director. He's not.
Okay,
I don't think John Bernthal has directed anything.
I'm dumb.
I'm not sure. Maybe he's directed an episode of The Bear or something. I don't know if he's directed anything, but I'm not sure. Anyway, he's not directing this.
Cool.
You're not dumb. Don't put yourself down. You're a highly intelligent individual.
I put myself down.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, my next pick is a interesting one, and this is one for you. I feel like one for you on this one. The Terror, Devil in Silver. You see this? Dan Stevens is starring in this like psycho. Almost no, not psycho. It's like I guess it's a psychological horror, but it's almost like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in terms of like the horror vibes it gives you, I guess. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is considered a horror, right? I'm not crazy.
I don't know. I never watched it.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's more of a drama. I'm not. I'm forgetting now. But anyway, the guy's trapped in an insane asylum, and he's struggling, and he's in an insane asylum for like no reason, and it's just a bunch of like it seems like the doctors just want to keep people there, and there's some weird shit going on. It looks pretty interesting, actually. It's directed by Karen Kusama from The Invitation fame. She directed The Invitation. She's the director for this TV
The Invitation.
Series,
that's not a good movie.
Oh no, it's reviewed well. No.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of something totally different. Never mind. I feel bad. What was that movie called? I thought it was also called The Invitation, but
isn't there an invitation from M. Night Shyamalan?
Vampire. The Invitation 2022. No, there is a movie called The Invitation. It came out in 2022, and it's Ready or Not, but with vampires and not good.
Oh, okay. No, the Invitation I'm talking about is Logan Marshall Green from 2015.
Okay.
Like it stars Logan Marshall Green, but again, Karen Kusama is the director. Anyway, apparently that's good. But you haven't seen it. A horror movie you haven't seen. There's so many horror movies. Great. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm going to be honest with you. There's probably hundreds of horror movies.
I feel like there's like 50% of them are bad. Like not good. Like they're exciting. They can be like scary. But I feel like this like Saw movies aren't necessarily good. As an example.
The first one's pretty good.
Yeah, but there's like 5 or 6. Yeah. How many are there? There's a lot of them.
There's over 10.
What?
Yeah.
No way. I had no idea. Okay. Well, that's really high. Anyway, what did I say? Yeah, anyway, this might be something up your alley. This is on AMC Plus. I don't know. I'm curious if you don't really watch a lot of horror shows. Did you watch all of the Mike Flanagan shows or no?
Not all of them. I watched Hill House.
Yeah.
and then
Midnight Mass?
Midnight Mass, and then his other one.
Bly Manor?
No, not Bly Manor, which I do want to watch. But oh man, House of Usher, The Fall of the House of Usher.
Oh right, yeah, you
that
talked
one
about that
was
one.
fucking so good, dude. That one's phenomenal. Midnight Mass is really good too. Yeah. He's doing a Carrie TV show, I think, for Amazon.
Yeah, I think we talked about that.
Yeah. I don't know when that's coming out, but I'll watch that.
All right. What is your next pick? Arguably your last pick.
It's coming out in October of this year, that Carrie show. I'll watch it.
Oh.
My next pick, Simon, is coming out on May 8th. It's the Hugh Jackman starring for some of it movie called The Sheep Detectives, where it's...
I think he's starring for a lot of it, actually.
Okay.
I think he's... Because you can see in the trailer, like, obviously, he potentially dies. But... I think that's what they're showing, but I think they're going to do flashbacks. I think that's why he's like a leading actor. Cause I'm like, why is he in this if he's in it for 5 seconds? But I think they're trying to they're trying to discover his life through flashbacks. I think that's the
okay.
Plot,
but yeah, it's essentially he reads like murder mystery stories to his sheep. He gets murdered, and then his sheep are like, we got to figure out this fucking murder, dude. It's very well rated. This seems like just such a fun time. We'll watch this when you get back from Newbie.
You want to see this in theaters?
Yeah. Just seems like a fun time.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to watch this in theaters?
Well, I figured like you got Obsession, you're obsessed with that. So I feel like you want to watch that first.
Obsessed
and then
with
I feel like
that's the following week. That's May 15th.
Right. That's true. But Hokum, I wonder where that is. Where did it go?
Do you want to watch Hokum really bad? Because if you don't, then maybe I'll just go by myself to...
You could do it if you want. That one I'm almost more interested in. The Obsession doesn't strike me as very unique. It looks good though. The trailer looks good, but Hokum looks genuinely... Hokum got me like the witch vibes kind of situation, but modern ones. It's interesting. But I either way, you can do you on this because you're the horror aficionado. So I'll give whatever you prefer. If you want to go watch Hokum without me, do it up, and then maybe I'll watch it at home. Maybe not.
Okay. You should watch Oddity.
Whatever it works out. No, but that is the following week anyways, because I'm going away and then I'm coming back. That is the following week. I'm back.
When are you coming back?
That week. The end of the week, Friday.
This Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you're always busy on weekends, so I figured that you wouldn't want to go see it. Anyway, we can go see Sheep. I thought the Sheep Detective movie came out already on like Easter. I don't know why I thought that. So it seems a very Easter vibe to it because of the nature of the sheep. because of the Easter sheep. The hit why am I
novel
that?
character.
Is that weird
sheep.
to you? I connected that. I don't know why I connected that in my brain. But
he comes to your house and leaves eggs, the Easter sheep.
Okay. Okay, the next pick for me is this is an interesting one. I got a few I'm just going to rattle off after this, but just for the sake of it. But Good Omens is coming back for season 3 for one episode, apparently. Michael Sheen and David Tennant. It's like 3 years later, May 13th. They weren't able to make a full season. I think it's just one episode, which I'm pretty sure is correct, unless my notes are wrong.
It's as a 90-minute special rather than a full season.
Yeah, because they had a it's because of Neil Gaiman. Because of the Neil Gaiman controversy.
What happened with that guy? There's a lot of allegations.
There's like a bunch of people that came out, which is crazy. It sucks for everyone who's involved with his shows. He is like a brilliant like author. Like he's made a lot of really cool works. So it sucks. There's so many projects that were being adapted simultaneously, including Sandman, which... Did that come out? That's the next season of that? That season kind of was shaky, even though people really, I think they liked it, but I don't think it was, again, it's all about the ratings of the actual viewership.
There was 2 seasons. It did finish.
Now it was 2? They got canceled after that, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. Whatevs. But yeah, Good Omens. I thought that was interesting. I have a few things, unless you want to rattle off some of yours, if you have any extras.
I have one more on my list that I haven't mentioned. It's the Is God Is movie.
Oh.
Which seems interesting, but at the same time, I'm very confused about the tone of this movie. The trailer just kind of... I don't know, it's weird. Like it's almost supernatural. It almost seems kind of funny, but it also seems like kind of like a horror. It's just like, I don't know. It seems like a big mix of stuff. And again, it just seems like kind of a, it seems kind of wacky in a good way. And I'm curious how it will do. Because it's essentially, I think it's about like two sisters that are on a journey to kill either their father or their stepfather, who like was super abusive to their mother or something like that. But then it is also like talking about God and everything like that. So I'm very confused. I don't know. Yeah. May 15th for that one. Sorry.
All right.
Anyways, that's all
just a few to rattle off. The Citadel season 2 from like I think it was a Russo Brothers produced this, I'm pretty sure. May 6th is the premiere for that. MIA, May 7th released like a premiere for the Bill DeBook. I've already seen that. Bill DeBook is the Ozark co-creator. And this is a Peacock show about a South Florida, like it's like a South Florida cartel drama where she's like, this woman like taking revenge on this like cartel that kills her family or something. Anyway, there's that. And then there's Dutton Ranch, which I am just baffled by, and that's why I'm mentioning it here. It's May 15th premiere. It's another spin-off for Yellowstone. How is it sustainable? How is this sustainable? How is this profitable for Frito-Lay? I don't understand.
That's 3 this year.
Yes.
Because they had the Madison crazy, Marshalls, and then now this Dutton Ranch.
Yes. Stars Annette Bening this time, and Ed Harris is I think they're not main actors, but they're just the biggest named actors that I was like, wow, this series gets like really great talent. It's awesome. Yeah. It's crazy. This one looks cool. It looks like more of a direct spinoff from like the original Yellowstone versus like the Madison is it seems like a very different tone overall. And then the Marshalls might be a direct spinoff too, but it looked like a crime drama, that one, from what I saw. But this one looks like it's like some of the side characters from Yellowstone, they went off, or like main characters, they went to a different like place, and then they're living their life in this Dutton Ranch somewhere else, and then there's like drama ensues. But anyway, I really like Ed Harris, so that's kind of what drew me into talking about this. Anyway, that's it. Adrian, it's time now for the very final segment of our show that we call here the trailer, where we each present our favorite trailer of the week.
Yeah.
You pick one, I pick one. You go first.
You already know what I'm going to pick, dude. You already know what I'm going to pick, dude.
I do, yeah. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, it is Zach Cregger's Resident Evil trailer.
Keeping the video game theme alive. Apologies to
Ken Stadelbauer.
Ken Stadelbauer. Anyway, what do you?
It looks really good.
So it's been critiqued online for various things. That have you seen this? Like people are critical.
I saw some people saying it's not very Resident Evil, but I don't necessarily agree with that. It's like, yeah, okay, it doesn't have the same like your main characters. It doesn't have your Leon. It doesn't have your Chris. It doesn't have your Claire. It doesn't have your Jill. It doesn't have your Sherry Birkin. It doesn't have your Sheva. It doesn't have your insert additional characters.
Yeah, there's a lot of big cast members in that series that people are attached to. But that was the question I had, because I watched the trailer. I'm like, this looks really cool, but what makes it Resident Evil from my perspective? I saw like the creepy monsters like Stellan Skarsgård in the sewer or whatever. That was cool. Like, and I feel like there's a vibe of it. Like I got the vibe a little bit, having not played any Resident Evil games. Mm-hmm. I got the vibe that it is like Resident Evil in some ways. Yeah. From the vibe, but otherwise I'm like, there's not even a mention of Raccoon City, and I think that might have thrown people off a little bit too. Like it is
a teaser.
There's no the corporation. Did they tease like an Easter egg for the corporation with Umbrella or anything like that?
Didn't see any Umbrella iconography. There's apparently a green herb at one point in the trailer, which I saw circulating online, which is like a healing item. It does, again, like it does feel like I don't know, it's like kind of like a zombie like horror movie, but then there's like the weird like mutant looking monsters and stuff. My argument against people being like this doesn't seem very Resident Evil is Resident Evil 7 didn't really seem very Resident Evil when that came out either. It was, it's that one was set in kind of the bayou, and you're just some guy going into a house, and there's these weird wacky people there. right? And that was really it.
I get it, but here's my argument against that, what you just said.
Please,
and again,
please.
Not a Resident Evil guy. If you look at movies, there are a lot of horror movies, right? Yeah. And there's a lot of horror movies that, like, Capcom's still making Resident Evil Village, and you have the trappings of it. It feels like it to play. There's also the element of you're playing it, you're not watching it. So like, there's so many horror movies. Well, how does this set it apart as a horror movie in the Resident Evil? That's more the question, I think, because why put your name on that when do you need to put Resident Evil on it, or can you make a really cool horror movie that feels like Resident Evil just by a byproduct of being something it was inspiring Zach Cregger? You know what I mean? I feel like that's because games are different because Capcom's still making it. It does feel like Resident Evil to play, I imagine, right? Am I wrong on that?
No, like it felt very different because it was first person.
Right, but now you got Resident Evil 9 and there's first person too, and
but again, like at the time when Resident Evil 7 came out, there was no first person Resident Evil.
But going through it, there was no connections to the world, and like that didn't feel like that. By the end of it, you're like, not until the end. Okay, so it didn't feel like it. That's interesting. I guess there's not that many horror games in that kind of. I'm saying, like, does it feel like that from a horror perspective? Because there's just not that many horror games like that. They just don't do that. But you're right, it is first person. So it is different in that way too. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we just talked about horror movies. There are so many horror movies. It's ridiculous because they're very popular. They do really well in theaters. So they're just going to keep churning out. So it's like, do you put Resident Evil on the title here and go even like Weapons? Weapons is literally makes a reference. I swear to God, it had to have been to The Last of Us. Like, he's making a direct. It's like, it's not The Last of Us though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
this kind of related in the most obscure way, but it's not. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm kind of where I'm going with that. But I'll get the expert.
I think this is also just a teaser trailer. You know, I'll wait until we get closer to it. Zach Cregger has said that this movie is kind of taking place parallel to when Resident Evil 2 takes place, which is the late 90s. So I don't know. I'm curious. Like, I'm sure there will be references. Again, there's that big Dune looking guy in the sewers there, but at the same time, there's also, he kind of looks like the merchant in Resident Evil Village specifically, in some ways.
You think that's the merchant? Is that the merchant? No.
Yeah, look up the Resident Evil Village.
No, I'm just saying, do you think that's likely? I think he's going to run from that guy. Do you think he's going to go talk to him? That guy doesn't look like he's going to sell goods.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. But again, he kind of looks like the guy.
I will say this too, like the imagery in this is like very unique. I don't know if maybe I've not seen enough Resident Evil footage, but it's like the hands and the feet going across the door thing is bad. Yeah, that's cool. That's so cool. Yeah. Is that a thing in Resident Evil, or is that just really cool and unique to this trailer too? Because I don't think I've seen that in like a movie trailer. Like, what a cool idea. The way it moved, the way the feet, the legs move to like cover the door frame it's really, really well done on a visual effects perspective. Like, they did this trailer looks awesome. Like, it looks incredible. That's why I don't really care, because I don't care about Resident Evil anyway. I'm kind of intrigued by it just because it's Zach Cregger and it looks really cool. Like the people falling from the freaking buildings at the end of the trailer. Awesome. And the sound mixing / editing with the friggin' beeping of the phone throughout the entire trailer. It's just an excellent trailer. If you didn't pick it here, I would have picked it as the trailer of the week for me, just because the trailer is good. And that's really the essence of this segment, is like, we're pointing out a trailer. The movie could be shit, but in the end, the trailer is excellent. You know?
Yeah.
So
I know.
But that's why you picked it.
Yeah. That's why I picked it. I'm very excited about it. I like the franchise. I like Zach Cregger. I like the trailer.
So sorry, just to go back really briefly, what was it that drew you as a Resident Evil? What strikes you? Because I want to know. I'm curious. Like the merchant thing, potentially making a side reference.
Yeah.
Any of the green
herb
imagery? Okay, yeah.
The green herb.
Yeah.
Again, which I didn't notice the first time, I'll be honest with you. And again, there's infected, but I think he's going more into, instead of it being just like the typical zombie, the more mutant looking things. Again, this is a teaser trailer, so I expect that we'll get another trailer that's going to reveal more. we'll see a little bit more connections. I'm sure we'll see like a liquor or something like that. Again, I'm optimistic about this.
Okay.
He hasn't missed yet. He's 2 for 2. So
final question: do you think this will be better than Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City?
probably. I mean, if I'm being serious, yeah, probably. I do love Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, though. I genuinely do. I think that movie's fun. There's a lot of good elements in it.
It's fine. It's fine. I think the joke about that movie, though, is the fact that you just mentioned it for at least 70 episodes of our podcast. So, like, how much you like that movie and you think it's good. That's really the issue. Is it okay? Yeah, it's okay. But you just, man, you knew
it's a great movie.
And you just,
it's arguably the best movie ever.
All right. My choice for trailer of the week. Actually, I had a tough one with this one. But I feel like I just got to give it to this one because I think... Oh, this one was good too. Man, there's a good week.
Spit it out.
Actually. I'm just going to go with Coyote versus
Coyote.
Because
Coyote.
it's exciting. It's so exciting. Yeah. They're finally doing it. And the trailer looks really fun. It looks really good. And there's obviously the Who Framed Roger Rabbit aspect of the Looney Tunes being in the world, which they've done before.
I swear we talked about this last episode, didn't we?
But it's exciting.
Didn't we talk about this last episode?
We talked about it, yeah. Because they talked about the date. Because it was CinemaCon, but they didn't have the trailer out.
Is that different from SawCon?
We talked about Resident Evil last.
Yeah. You're right.
Like this exact same thing. These were both at CinemaCon. We didn't get to see them because we weren't at CinemaCon, and then they released them to the public afterwards.
You're right.
So anyway.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
That's it.
But yeah, that trailer looks great. I'm very excited about that as well.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch this. We're gonna support it.
Day one. That's like that first weekend at the very least.
It's crazy. Like this trailer has 8.5 million views in 11 days. That's very impressive.
Oh, it's
very impressive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
8.5 million, dude, for like relatively niche thing, dude.
What about Resident Evil? What was the?
Let's see. What's Resident Evil at?
This is the official. I'm assuming you're looking at the official YouTube. Yep. Okay.
Otherwise, Resident Evil has 3.5 million in 3 days.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a gap of what, 3-4 days? But
a gap of 8 days.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear the first date. Okay. Well, that's it. Yeah. Any other trailers you want to just mention in passing? Because I usually do this, and I feel bad because I don't give you the chance. So
I'll mention.
Like, this was great.
You watched the trailer, Power Ballad? It's the Paul Rudd, Nick Jonas trailer.
Yeah.
This looks fun. Yeah, it seems like kind of a feel-good movie, but also kind of comedy. I'm intrigued about this one.
It's intriguing, yeah. That one's...
Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
That's it. No, that's all I got for you.
There were a few, and I wrote them down early, and I had... Sometimes I wrote a note, and thank God I do that, because I don't remember the full trailer, but I wrote it down because I thought the trailer was impressive. One you sent me for sure, and so I watched this because you sent it to me. Clayface. That's kind of a cool...
Oh, fuck, dude. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So the DC Universe like Clayface movie, which is like a body horror where the guy's face is very Clayface. It's funny because Clayface is like a blob guy, so I'm like, is he going to become the Clayface we know from the comic, or is it going to be more grounded in reality? Like how far are they going to go with this, and how ingrained is this in the regular DC universe, which is pretty wacky and a lot of powers?
Yeah, James Gunn was talking. This is the first. I think like if we're looking at it from origin. Like Clayface takes place before all the stuff so far, like before Creature Commandos, before Superman, all of that stuff.
Yeah, but there's still wacky stuff in the world, right?
Yeah.
Is he suggesting that this is when the wacky stuff starts happening, or you're just saying
no?
Place
I'm just saying that
timeline. Okay.
Yeah, this is like the first in the timeline of the DCU, technically. I think.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. I'm very curious about this. This looks awesome. This was written by Mike Flanagan, if I recall correctly. I don't think he directed it, but he wrote it.
Okay. So you're excited for this?
Yeah, very much so. This looks fucking awesome,
this is coming
dude.
Out this year, right? This October?
Yep.
Is that
yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's actually what I wanted to bring up because I think last episode we made the mistake of like, is there anything coming out in the DC universe apart from Supergirl? And we both said no. And then this trailer literally released like 2 days later, and I'm like, oh man, idiotic.
I think that's my bad too, because I think this was at CinemaCon in a very muted way. I think it was there. It was part of that I think it was the Hollywood Reporter article. They mentioned it was like, but it wasn't like a big showing because Doomsday was like they made a huge spectacle out of it. It was the DC versus Marvel thing that we were talking about last week. Last episode. The other thing I have here, and I don't remember the trailer exactly, but I do remember it being kind of very interesting. It's like a crime drama. Samara Weaving stars in Caroline. Did you see this?
No.
It's worth seeing the trailer. It looks pretty cool. Ted Lasso season 4 obviously is coming back. That's how we got the date.
Yeah.
That looks really cool because that show is just excellent. And I'm really hoping they nail it because the first 3 seasons are really great. I just hope they're not just returning to it for the money, the cash grab. But it does look pretty great so far. A lot of returning cast. It looks good. And then lastly, more Spider Noir. They showed off the villain from Brendan Gleeson. And it's so wacky. In campy and cool. I really like this, and yeah, I this is one I feel like I gotta watch day one because I want to show it support because now I'm worried about I was just worried about Daredevil Born Again, so I feel like this maybe be in a similar situation. I want them to take swings like this. I want them to take risks. Like this is such a wacky idea, so I will try to watch this week to week. Although I don't like week to week. That's why I didn't watch Daredevil Born Again because I was waiting for it to finish. That was the whole point. Okay. Anyway, that's it. Any other trailers you want to?
No, that's it. That's all, baby.
Are you watching the trailer for Caroline?
No, I loaded it up though on YouTube, so I'm ready to watch it after this episode.
Okay, yeah, it seemed pretty interesting.
It's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it. Adrian, anything else you want to say to the audience, to me, before we leave?
Not particularly. I don't feel good, but apart from
I'm sorry.
I'm fine.
Sorry to hear that. Thank you for...
I don't feel good. I'm sorry that I feel like I was off my game this episode.
I was on my facts game. Somehow it's funny. I always criticize people for reading half facts and then saying them as facts. Although I always prefaced it with, I'm not sure this is true. And then it was not true, which is fair. You know, I wasn't sure. The problem is showing confidence when the fact is wrong is a super dangerous thing in our society right now. You look like a doll, like one of those dolls, you know? That's horror, actually dolls in general, just horror, you know. Yeah. He's blinking his one eye while keeping the other one open, folks. That's what I'm describing. I'm looking at. Okay. Anyway, well, that's it. Thank you for listening to episode 135 of Split Focus, a film and TV podcast. My name is Simon Eady, and it has been a pleasure to host you alongside my charming and very sick co-host, Adrian Pinter. Please join us on May 19th. 2026 for episode 136. Good evening to you and good luck.
Have a safe trip to New B.
Yeah, to New B.
New B. It's an odd way to say it.
To New B I go. Or I'm there now, actually, technically. I'm technically right here, right now, as I talk on this podcast. As you listen to me, I've been in New B and maybe already got left. Or maybe I'm there now. I don't know. It's a good question. Goodbye.
Take care.
Time travel.